We are kind of more like in Lady Gangster, uh, uh, Lady Gangster night mode because of the topic that we're uh we're here to discuss. And here to join me is the Black Knight.
What's up,
Um,
everybody?
mhm.
Can you
The
hear me?
ladies. I can hear you. I can hear you
All
now.
right.
All right. Yeah. Uh, since the ladies are a little timid to come up, and I need somebody to discuss this with, and probably bring me down if I go too far, because this is some hard stuff. But before we get started on that, um, let's do our usual. We're gonna first cover our bases. We're gonna cover our bases with the Copyright Act, and then we're gonna do a big chronicle before we break into our topic. Give everybody a chance to get in. Yeah. All right. So here we go. Especially, when we outside our usual time. Here we go. This channel may contain content not authorized for use by its owner. However, according to Section 107 of the Copyright Act of the United States, the fair use of copyrighted work for purposes such as criticism, oh, there's going to be nothing but criticism, comments, oh, we ain't going to be able to help ourselves with the comment, news reporting, only for those who don't know, and how they do not know, I couldn't tell you. Teaching, hopefully, we're going to learn something new today. Scholarship or research is not an infringement of copyright. Mm-hmm. All right, that is done. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's set up for the big chronicle. A couple of ones is okay. This one I think is very, very important because you never know what you're gonna run into. Okay, here we go. Okay. Um, I felt that this big chronicle is important because don't really know much about fentanyl. And who want to use this powerful drug for an addiction? It does more killing than it does um, for the person to get high. But the fact that uh, having contact with it is dangerous also.
hmm
Mhm.
I think it's some kind of opioid. If I'm not mistaken, some people say it's synthetic. Some people say its origin comes from China. You know, there's no telling what is right.
Mhm.
But I do know a lot of people are taking it. I'm not sure in what capacity they're taking it, but they're taking it. And in many cases, they're taking too much of it.
Shoot, it don't take much to kill for it to kill you neither.
What
How
are
do
they doing? Smoking it, drinking it? But what are they doing? Injecting it?
some of it varies. Some of it is mixed with another drug, or I heard of smoking it. Um, I heard it was used to cut other drugs with. That's why meth is, is very bad. Well, meth is bad by itself, but with fentanyl, it's even worse. So, oh, okay. Hassan said they sniffing it. Accidental
Okay,
overdose.
sniffing it.
That's why she was sniffing a napkin. The napkin, she barely sniffed. You figure how, not much could have, but she inhaled on the napkin, and look,
But
she almost left.
see, all of this goes to what you and I were talking about. in the back chat
Mm-hmm.
about sheep.
Uh-huh.
See what I mean now? If you leave the sheep alone, they will get themselves into all kinds of trouble.
Yeah.
You know, sheep must be attended to at all times, or they'll wander off, they'll get lost, they'll get into trouble, and their behavior is contagious because the other sheep will follow them and do even worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. And hey, if you with somebody that's drunk, don't turn your back on them for a moment because they're doing stuff that they wouldn't normally do. Who picks up a napkin off the ground and sniff it? Or does she? I know
You,
she didn't see that 100 balled up in that napkin until after she picked up the napkin.
you know, I never understood the reason why we want to get drunk, why we want to get high. Never understood it. Even when I got drunk for the first time, it made me feel terrible. And after that first time, I never wanted to get drunk again. And I think in my entire life, I've only been drunk, like pissy drunk, 3 times.
Mhm. Well, unfortunately for some people, that uh, it doesn't do that to them. Or I don't know. I got a cousin. It don't take first. It don't take much to get him drunk, and then when he get do, he be the throwing up type. The type of
Wow.
drunk. Then you figure after you throw up from being drunk and all the horrible feelings that come with it, you would
Hmm.
never want to drink again.
I
Nah,
know.
it's like some people they still do it. That's like something's wrong with y'all. I can understand those who the most they deal with was headaches, and they know they just
You
need to
know what I
dehydrate
think it is?
their body and stuff like that.
I think I think fentanyl and all the old school cats here are going to agree once you hear what I got to say. I think fentanyl is the new LSD.
Uh huh.
Mm-hmm. The song still in the chat.
Yeah, I believe he still is.
Does I remember LSD? That was the drug that everybody thought was like a designer drug or cool drug. You know, it just made you hallucinate a little bit. It made
Mhm.
you feel like you were floating. And everybody and their mama was doing LSD. I believe that's the new fentanyl. I believe fentanyl is the new LSD, but it's a little more deadly than LSD.
Yeah. From what I understood, fentanyl was originally supposed to be used for medical purposes, but it was too strong and it was killing the patients. What? Oh no, Hassan said fentanyl is the new cocaine. LSD Lucy in the sky with diamond. Oh, he said yes, Max.
Hmm.
Mhm.
No, I wouldn't say it's the new cocaine. Cocaine is something different altogether. Yeah, I would say it's the new LSD. It's LSD on steroids.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know if LSD killed anyone. We would have to look that up because LSD was kind of like a social cool drug, you know. And I wonder if they had. I'm not sure if they had LSD was that deadly. 'Cause I don't think I ever heard anyone dying from LSD.
probably if they overdose on it or they mixed it with other stuff.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, but I'm concerned if there's people out there who thinks it's fun to put fentanyl on things and see people reactions to it with the amount of oh wait, man, I ain't gonna even go there. I might give them ideas. Uh, that's for people. Oh, Hassan says LSD was psychedelic,
Hmm. Yeah, psychedelic drugs.
so it was used for psych purposes,
Hmm.
psychological.
Oh, they had
Cocaine
a.
was supposed to be a painkiller
I know they
for
had a ton of that
people
shit
to
at
operate on.
fucking Woodstock. They had a ton of that shit at Woodstock.
Well, yeah, because they were experimenting on people, and they choose college students right around the time of the hippie generation. They didn't
You have to
expect the people to
understand,
enjoy it. Hmm.
drugs isn't just drugs. Drugs is a lifestyle. You know, when Jimi Hendrix opened up in the Woodstock, whatever, right? He was into the drug lifestyle because that's what rockers, with his talent, that's what they did. They hung out, played the guitar, and got high. You know,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So it was pretty much a lifestyle back then.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't
I'm
think.
sitting, I'm sitting here watching Michael Jai White fight Eddie Gordo,
Uh-huh.
the capoeira master. Capoeira. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna talk about capoeira with. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, we're gonna talk about capoeira one day with Cracky Bread.
Uh-huh.
My main man, Cracky Bread. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is fentanyl kills you before you can get high or enjoy the high. Not to mention, most of that's why it was meant to be used for operation. Because if you notice, she started going still, and she couldn't seem to move. That's what they were trying it for operation, to operate as a anesthesia, but it was killing the patient. So it was pulled from that when they realized that it was fentanyl in the anesthesia that was killing the patients. But somehow somebody got some crazy idea that fentanyl would be a good get high drug. Mhm. But if it's too dangerous to be used or to operate, it sure as heck is too dangerous to be used. But the countries that's shipping it out, China, I think there's a couple of other countries that's shipping it to you. They don't care. They do not care if people die from it, as long as they get their money. Mhm. Yeah, that's the problem. They do not care if uh,
Well, I mean, that's our lifestyle here in America, right?
uh-huh.
Remember, I talked about our society. It breeds lunatics
Mhm.
and crazy folks.
Mhm.
You know, if you don't believe me, just listen to the music and look at the movies. Both are just extremely violent. Music is extremely violent, and movies are extremely violent. And
Mhm.
don't get me started on John Wick. John Wick is talking about a mindless killer. Wyatt Earp making up his own laws as he went along.
Mm-hmm.
Doc Holloway going around killing dudes, talking about you're a sporty man.
Okay. Sounds
Black
like.
people, black people are into drugs because white people are into drugs. Black people are followers.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we got so many sellout men. So many black men have sold out because they want to be white. They want what the white man has. That's why every time a white man does something significant, black men copy it, like the manosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Red pill, blue pill. Whatever white men do, blacks want to follow it. Black men. Black men don't care about their own culture. They care about other people's culture. They praise the culture of other people and they put down their own culture. You got traders and turncoats sitting on social media talking about they want to invest in other foreign communities. They don't want to invest in anything black. You got psychiatrists on YouTube all into their intellectualism, but don't have a clue about what they're going to do about the community for real.
Uh-huh.
A lot of black people, so-called intellectual black people, are on YouTube right now talking a good game. Some of them have some seriously fanciful, no, I'm sorry, seriously fancy word choices. Yeah, some of them are like super wordsmiths, but behind all of that is nothing. Nothing is behind it. I haven't heard one black dude or black woman intellectual on YouTube propose anything that's going to help black people change. You got Umar Johnson all into himself. He goes on and on.
Mm-hmm.
Fentanyl is not our thing. Dope was never our thing. And crack was never our thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It became our thing because we wanted to follow white people. And to this day, you still got Negroes following white people. And many of them Negroes, white people are killing because they don't want you following them.
Uh-huh.
You still got Negroes they talk about, I want to go to a white area. That's a good area. And they got good schools. No, they don't. My bad if you hear the background. I'm relaxing. I'm watching Falcon Rising.
Okay. All right.
What's the other big chronicle?
Okay, you ready for it?
Yeah,
All right, here we
before we
go.
start the show, before we get into the Memphis Six or Memphis Seven, which one is it?
It's Memphis Six.
Before we get into the Memphis Six, y'all.
Okay. I know it's a little sad, but she knew that she was dying. But I guess her what she's dying from didn't affect her kidneys, and she wanted to donate it to a friend who lived. Cause You could be on that waiting list for quite a while. Um, yeah, it's not usually as easily as, oh, in a couple of in a couple of weeks that there will be a kidney available. Most people don't know that you can dictate how your organs, if you choose to donate, how it goes. You can have it go to a family member. You can have it go to black folks. Uh, um, you can have a say on how is your organs that you donate and how it goes. You can do it like first family member, the first black person that needs it that match, and so on and so forth. hmm But I can understand, because okay, donating uh um organs, that's really hard for our people. I know my mom freaked out when I had it on my driver's license. I was in Texas, had got my driver's license. I put there, I was willing to be a donor. When I came back to Louisiana and she saw my driver's license, she freaked out, saying they're gonna kill you and stuff, so she won't donate. I said, well, what if I die? She said, will you die? If you happen to die before me, I would donate your organs and stuff like that. But don't you put on there that you'll be a donor. Don't put it on your driver's license, because if you happen to be in an accident, not gonna save you. And it could be that she's true. That fear is not coming out of nowhere. I started learning over the years that our fear that don't seem logical has a reasoning behind it. But it also makes it difficult, for our people when they do need organs to get one, because it'd be better matched if it's matched with a family member or with uh, another black person. Um, then it will, with white folks, because hey, our bodies see it as a foreign object very seldom. So so yeah, yeah. So this is an example of how you can dictate how your organ is going to be donated. Okay, okay, okay. I see we're losing. Okay, nobody's too interested. I guess because it was kind of sad because her friend was dying, and her friend, last thing she did, knowing that she died, she donated her kidney to a friend. Or was it both kidneys? No. Because it could have just as easily she donated both kidneys. But hey, I think she might have just donated one. She would probably have wanted to be there for her friend, but in this case, she could not be. She did everything within her means to be there for her friend, even though she could not, and that she has the comfort and that she don't regret the kidney because she feels guilty. Hmm. Yeah, it happens. People will do stuff like that. Okay, now on to our main topic, the Memphis Six. And it's like, oh my goodness, a Memphis Six. Okay, let's see. All right. Yes, we decided, me and Max, to call them the Memphis Six. Yeah. All right. Ooh, okay, that's too tiny, too tiny, too tiny. Let me enlarge that screen. Let's see. How's this? Okay. These are the six officers. Okay, everybody been hearing about the five black officers. But what was hardly being realized is that there was a white officer on the scene. Either you didn't see, or everything was so intense that you may not have paid attention. This white officer in the upper left corner, he was the guy that pulled Tyree Knowles out the car and tased him and had the taser up against his butt when he was lying on the ground or attempting to lie on the ground. Um, and he is on the audio on his camera saying that when Tyree Nichols ran off, um, that he hoped that the other officers, when they catch you, stump your A. So, so the reason why some people are up in the air is, okay, why are we just not finding out about this? And when it was initially mentioned about it, okay, this the Memphis Police Department identified the officer as Preston Hemphill, saying a statement that Hemphill violated department policy on personal conduct, truthfulness, and compliance with regulation regarding the use of a taser, among other violations. All right, he was with the five other officers. Five other officers had previously been fired and charged with second-degree murder over the death of Nichols, the latest in a series of they say African American victims, black victims, whose death have fueled a national debate and race about race and police brutality. I don't care that these officers are black; they deserve what they're going to get. They should be charged, jailed, and they should do their times. They should not be getting no slap on the wrist. While we disagree with this termination, Preston Hemphill will continue to cooperate with all authorities in the investigation into the death of Mr. Nichols. Lead General Attorney Representative Hemphill. Yeah, he attorney up because initially they relieved him of duty, and now they completely fired him. Let's see. All right, his lawyer is named Gerald. So Gerald declines to comment whether his client would also face criminal charges, but said of his cooperation with the investigation that speaks for itself. Okay, so they are planning on charging him, but as we all said, the way for any of them to get out from under this, they're gonna have to probably rat on each other, and of course, hey, you got a white officer involved. He's gonna be charged. He's gonna give it all up. He's gonna cooperate, tell it all. He is not going. He's gonna do everything he can not to go to prison, not to face these charges. Hemphill, who is white, and a seventh officer who previously been relieved of duty. There's seven. We gotta change that to the seventh. Uh, to the Memphis 7. Previously been relieved of duty. 3 members of the fire department also been fired for failing to provide proper emergency medical treatment after Nichols was handcuffed. So I don't know how many people saw the video, but I know from when I seen the video, Tyree was propped up against the tire of the police car. He was handcuffed to the back, and the way he was slumped there, I thought he was gone. He was not moving. I thought he was already dead. And I see why they fired the fire department's emergency medical team, EMTs, because they walking around, they leaving him unattended for a long period of time. Listen to the officers tell them what was going on, and the lies about we believe he's on some type of drug, and they did this and they did that, and they didn't attend him for a long period of time. Then by the time they did, they weren't doing that. The man is trying to say something but can't. He's making noise. He's kicking. I personally think he was taking his last breaths, or he couldn't breathe, and that's why he was kicking out. And they going around like he's on drugs. They didn't see to him as soon as possible. None of them. It's not like they had the other officers to see to. None of them were hurt. They were all right. They lived. I don't think they even had a scrape or a bruise. So yeah, I understand why they fired those EMTs. See these? This is your new game. You used to have to worry about the Crips and the Blood. You know, heard all kind of horror story about Crips and the Blood, but nobody ever thinks of, oh, the police department is a gang. I guess except for those who had to deal with this. So what else is going on? So now there's a 7th officer who ain't being named, but I heard rumors that it was a well, I'm not saying rumors, but I heard that it was let me see that it was I think I know who the 7th officer. It was the dispatch. I said, yeah. I think the 7th officer was a dispatcher. Dispatcher could hear clearly that there was something going wrong, and they ignored it. So I suspect the 7th officer is the dispatcher. Okay, so 3 members of the fire department also been fired. Yeah. Okay, so the Sheriff County District Attorney Steve Monroe has said other police officers, fire department personnel, and others who prepared documentation of the incident may also face criminal charges as information become available. In other words, they lied on their police report. They were lying on their police report. What were they lying on their police? And they backed up the lies of the other officers. So, hey, I think that's worth getting fired over too. Not only did you, if you didn't outright lie yourself, you backed up their lie. You co-signed their lie. So, police video of the event show officer kicking, punching, and beating Nichols with a baton after pulling him out of his car during a traffic stop on January 7th. Now, from what I heard, okay, let me see. Let me finish reading this part. Hemp Hill, White Officer, wore the body cam that captured the first of 4 videos released by authorities. Gerald said previously. In the video, Hemp Hill appeared to fire a taser stun gun at Nichols after Nichols is dragged from his car, forced to the ground, and doused with pepper spray before he breaks free and runs away. The 5 officers who were later dismissed chased him and participated in the most severe beating. All right. So Hemp Hill may not have been part of the chase, but he was the one that pulled them out of the car. So he didn't follow police procedure at a stop, a traffic stop. This was a traffic stop. Well, supposedly it was a traffic stop. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. So supposedly they stopped him. All 5 of police officers stopped him because he was driving on the wrong side of the road. And I was like, okay, I don't that kind of reaction that they had to was over the top for a traffic stop, even if going on the wrong side of the road. I've seen officers respond to people driving on the wrong side of the road. Oh, they get irritated, they get frustrated, but they don't yank you out of the car, they don't curse you out, they don't tase you, pepper spray you. They do stuff like, do you know you was going down the wrong way on the street, you could have killed somebody. They'll say stuff like that, and they'll raise their voice and they'll be irritated, and and they may or may not accept your excuse for what you did, and they'll ticket you, and they'll escort you to get you in the right way. But this, okay, so Hemp Hill, as far as we could see, he didn't go, hey, do you know why we stopped you? License and registration. He didn't do none of that. He just went over there and yank open the door and pull him out of there. And then he tased him. Part of the hold down while they were trying to pepper spray him. One of the ones that got the pepper spray in the eye. Because they were doing everything wrong. Even the pepper spray. They even got their own cells in the eye. So people are calling out, well, he got a slap on the wrist. He just got relieved of duty. They got fired. Okay, he's fired now. And what are they doing? And of course, he's gonna save us behind. Oh, there is no blue wall or you don't snitch on fellow officers. All that is gone. But he's telling it. That's what they say when in cooperation. See, they even have to use this a new term. He's snitching. Oh, of course. They black officers. But I ain't falling in that too. Because the black officers get what they get. Hey, Max.
Hey.
Okay, so let me. I don't know if you heard, but it turns out there's a few more. We're gonna have to change it to the Memphis 7, but we don't know the name of 7 officers. There's a 7 officer. But I heard that it was a dispatcher that was released. 3
a dispatch officer.
Huh?
Damn, a dispatch officer was involved.
Well, that's what I heard. I guess I should leave it at. There's a rumor that is a dispatcher. Let's see. Let me go back to the.
How the hell is a dispatcher involved?
Okay. Well, I don't know if that's for certain, but they have the. Wait. Let me get it.
What did the dispatcher say?
Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Slow down. I said I heard that it was a dispatcher. I didn't say. I didn't read anything that actually said it was a dispatcher. They said it was a 7 officer that was relieved. And there's quite a few others. Let me see. Wait. Where it says that.
All right, let's get into it, okay?
Uh-huh.
All right, when you look at the police officers involved, right? Mm-hmm. To me, the white man who's taser him or whatever, that doesn't do nothing for me because I expect white people to be brutal to us. I expect them to treat us the way they're treating us. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why we don't understand it. You keep asking people who don't care about you, you keep asking them to treat you as an equal. It's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. So the white man tasing the black man doesn't send me in the ups in arms. I expect them to be savage to us because they are our enemies. We are their captives. Mm-hmm. Captives, right?
Right.
We are the ones that that are behind enemy lines. Although things are trying to change, they ain't changing fast enough. And marching doesn't do anything. I don't know why black folks out there marching. All it does is wear out your shoes. I mean, it's good exercise too. You know what I mean? But it just wears out your shoes. That white man don't care anything about you marching. The only thing that you've accomplished with that is getting your ass whooped. like Dr. King did. I don't think they do that anymore because some Negroes are gonna fight back. So they don't want that smoke. So you know,
Yeah.
but
But
looking
one
at these
guy,
dudes, looking at these cops right now, I'm not a cop. Okay, I'm not a specialist on cops, but I do have a lot of family members who are in law enforcement all the way up to the U.S. Marshal level. Okay, so I do have a lot of family. My family supports the police, good police. Okay, they don't support guys like this who are a disgrace to the badge. You know, and I happen to know a brother named Charles Faulkner. Shout out to Charles Faulkner Jr., who was a cop. Me and Charlie on the best of terms these days, but I respect him. I respect what he do. Being a cop isn't easy. Okay, you don't know if you go outside the door, that may be your last time you see your family. Okay, cops deal with real shit, people. They don't deal with television. The bullets that they fire at cops out here on these streets, those bullets are real. Okay, and the bad guys don't follow a script. So I respect what they do. They do a very dangerous job, and unfortunately, rogues like this get them a bad name. You know, because you get to the point where you can't even trust the cops. Now, my thing is, what kind of training did they go through? Did they get pushed out the academy? Did the academy do their job? Because all of these cops are stupid. Every last one of them is stupid. You beat the hell out of the man, you kick him in the damn face and all that stuff on TV. Then he gets away and then you go after him again. Now, my thing is this. Am I here? Can you hear me? Hello?
yeah, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, my thing is this. For them to do what they did so boldly, right?
Right.
They must have knew something. Maybe they felt that even though they were on body cams, there would be no they won't be reprimanded for anything. Where did they get that mentality from? They got it from white cops who do the same thing but get away with it. This is the black hand of white supremacy at it again. I did a show a while back, two of them, right, Dane? On the black hand of white supremacy. The black hand of white supremacy are black people who work against other black people for white folks. Okay?
Exactly.
And so this is the black hand of white supremacy. Now, something did seem a little off, though. I mean, can they really be that stupid to do something that blatant on tape? And if they're that dumb, if they're that dumb, what are they doing with the badge?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they was dumb like that, then surely, they were dumb, early on.
Mm-hmm.
From the looks of things, this is the first time that they displayed stupidity.
Right.
I mean, that was real stupid, and then saying incriminating things. Saying incriminating things, threatening the guy, all kinds of stuff. I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to do that to you. What? Seriously? You say all of that on tape? You just made a case. You just made the case easy for the prosecutor. None of them are getting off. Every last one of them are going to get what they well, the white dude might get off, but we expect that though, right?
Right.
I'm not up in arms about the white guy. We know that story. We expect that story, but we also expect more from our own.
Exactly.
These brothers at one point were our own. So
Mm-hmm.
they're held to even a higher standard by who? By
Us.
us.
Mm-hmm.
You out there doing this monkey shit? I hope they
Mm-hmm.
all
Yeah.
deserve what they get.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they get the book thrown at them.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they get every book in the Library of Congress thrown at them.
Yeah. Because you proved you ain't one of us that you could do something like that to your own. Knowing that you go through it with the white officers, you gonna turn around and do that? You became the a white supremacist pet. You became their attack dog now, and you make it so much harder for all the officers who ain't doing that crap. All the other black officers that's trying to do for their community. Oh, you made it all that much harder. Hmm. Yeah, because
My
every time
thing is,
we see them, we see you.
my thing is that this was a traffic stop, so it's hard to prove premeditated murder. But I just have no idea why a traffic stop will escalate to that magnitude. Now, here's another thing, right? At one point, one of the cops had control of the young man's body when he was on the ground, but he kept asking him to lay down. He kept telling him to lay down, lay down, lay down, lay down. He was down. You had control of him. I mean, what the fuck, man? And then the guy who came over and kicked him, he deserved a ride in hell.
Hmm.
The one that just kicked that young man, that man was terrified, man. The cop that kicked him in the face like that deserved a rot in hell.
Hmm.
Don't give him no death penalty. That's too good.
Uh-huh.
Stick him in a hole in a prison and let him rot.
And don't put them in solitary. I don't want their ass in solitary. I
Now stick
want
him
them
in
in
a
general
hole where you got
population.
sun. Now stick him in a hole where you got burning sunlight coming through. That was I've never seen nothing like that. I've never seen a man get kicked in the face like that by a police officer. I've never seen it. I've seen many confrontations that the police had. I've never seen that. Now, as black people, right, we should want the worst for these group of men. Why? Because one, they're copycats. They're trying to do what the white officers do. They want in on the fun. Hey, we want to beat up a couple of Negroes too.
Hmm.
And so for following the white man or try to follow the white man, their punishment should be the most awful. And
Because they
I'm
feel
sick
they're
and
no longer
t-
part of the black community, as far as I'm concerned.
they
So
never was a part of the black
they're my
community.
perception.
Hmm.
Hmm.
They're no different than the guys in the manosphere. They may as well be manosphere.
Probably is. You never know.
I mean, now who was it? The police chief or the commission? Who fired? Got him fired. What's the
Who
woman's
fired him?
position?
Police chief.
Okay, so the police chief wasn't playing any games. She got him up out of there. That's what she's supposed to do. That's what a white police chief's supposed to do too. When the white cops are showing out, right? They're supposed to get
Right.
arrested, but they get leave with pay. They put them on
Hmm.
administrative leave,
Right.
give them their salaries. Talking about they got to feed their family. But what about the guy who you just killed? Wasn't he trying to feed his family?
Yeah.
Black men have been killed over trifling things, such as loose cigarettes. You kill a man over a loose cigarette. You meant to kill that man. In your eyes, that man had no rights. In your eyes, he was no different than an animal who's hunted during hunting season. You don't kill a man over a loose cigarette. You don't let a situation like that get into a full blown altercation to where you had to take somebody's life. You know something? The guy that killed, what is it, in Ferguson, who killed that brother in Ferguson. I remember him testifying, right? That cop, right?
Uh-huh.
And they asked him, well, what did you see when you shot him? He said he saw a demon. How many of y'all remember that? Do you remember that name? When he called that young man a demon?
No.
He said he looked like a demon coming towards him. This is the problem I got with these so-called intellectuals. With all this so-called brain power. Somebody tell me what a demon looked like. I've never seen one. Has anyone seen a real demon? I know I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Why aren't the intellectuals talking about this man hallucinating? Said that he saw a demon.
Probably because they think he's making it up.
And they let that get by in court. You know why? Because the prosecutor didn't give a shit. He should have attacked that. What the fuck you mean you saw a demon? What does a demon look like? What, did he have horns on his head? Was he breathing smoke out of his nose? Did he have hooves like like an elk or a horse? What the fuck does a demon look like? Of course, we've seen drawings of so-called demons, but that's somebody's imagination.
Uh-huh.
Godzilla is somebody's imagination. Godzilla isn't real. He's somebody's imagination. Frankenstein is somebody's imagination. The three-headed dragon, Ghidorah, that's somebody's imagination. Pictures of the so-called devil, that's somebody's imagination. I've never seen a demon, and I'm willing to challenge anyone who said that they actually saw a demon. What does a demon look like? He looks like a human? Well, if he does, how do you know he was a demon? Nobody picked up on that. He said he continued to fire shots because that young man coming towards him looked like a demon. Then he said he knew he was dead when the blank look came over his face.
Wow.
That was some serious time. Yeah, and nobody talked about this. None of the so-called intellectuals. Nobody. All these so-called smart people. They missed that. He asked that man, why did he continue to fire? Because he said he looked like a demon coming towards me. So your imagination gives you the right to continually shoot at someone until their life is gone? because I know you've never seen a demon, let alone know what a demon looks like. So
Mm-hmm.
right now on this stand, you are invoking your imagination. So you imagined that you seen the demon coming towards you, and you kept shooting. So now we got to do a couple of things. Now we got to test you for drugs. A lot of these cops are on drugs. A lot of them are doing fentanyl, old school LSD.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get back to the Memphis 6 or 7. They thought that they were some kind of death squad, the Scorpions.
Mm-hmm.
They wasn't about protecting and serving. They was about going out and being goons. They wanted to be a goon. They wanted to be armed guerrillas, like they do in Africa. There's a group in Nigeria right now going around killing people because they want them to be converted to Islam, killing the whole family down to the smallest baby. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
So it's impressive for people to say, "Don't touch me, I kill you. I'm not the one. Don't fuck with me." Right? Think about it. Isn't that what the music is all about now?
Right.
Isn't that what the movies are about now? The movies are nothing about anything other than killing, stealing. Don't even get me started on John Q. I'm not John Q. John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even get me started. And so now you got these wannabe monkeys. They want to be like the white cops. Like as you said, black cops showing out for the white cop. Now they're trying to say the police chief didn't act this, didn't. Fuck that. She got these dudes off the force. That's what's supposed to happen. They shouldn't be drawing a paycheck. They should be ready to empty all of their savings for their defense. And they should be brought up on charges. Why? Because they were criminals when they were wearing a badge. They were criminals.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, when he was kicking that boy in his face, did he see a demon? Dame, what do you reckon?
Yeah.
Did he see a demon when he kicked that young boy in the face while he was laying on his stomach
Shoots.
and he was incapacitated?
The officer no, but I suspect the young man did. Probably why he ran away from, because he felt like he was being attacked by demons.
Okay, I'm gonna show y'all something. Dame, look up the word incapacitate.
Okay.
See, we talk about meanings of words, right? Words that we throw around every day, but really don't know the true meaning to these words. A lot of these words have many meanings. We just know one of them or two of them. Okay? And we don't understand the impact of these words that we use every day. This
Okay.
man, when this officer kicked this man in the face while he was incapacitated, what's the definition of incapacitate?
All right. Definition: prevent from functioning in a normal way.
Stop. Prevent from functioning in a normal way. He was prevented from functioning in a normal way, like stand up, roll over on his belly. He couldn't do anything. He was being prevented from doing anything normal. They had him down on the ground, sitting on top of him,
Mm-hmm.
incapacitating him. Continue. Does it have more than one meaning?
The only other definition is under law. It means to deprive someone of their legal capacity.
There you go. He, all the above was happening to him. He was
Mm-hmm.
being prevented from functioning normally, and he was deprived. Say that one more time. Then. Deprived of what?
Of his legal capacity.
He was deprived of his legal capacity, right? We have to understand what all of this means. Now, then look up capacity. Let's see what the law is talking about when they say he was deprived of his legal capacity. See, you have to do this to bring about real understanding about the words that you use every day. This is how someone can have a conversation with you and walk away thinking one thing, and another person walks away thinking something else, and all three of y'all had the same conversation. It's the words. The words have many meanings.
All right. Here we go. First definition: the maximum amount that something can contain.
Go ahead.
Subdefinition for the first one: fully occupying the available area or space.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing that, wouldn't they?
Uh-huh. All right.
I would say sitting on someone, that's depriving them of their personal space. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Second definition: the amount that something can produce.
Okay.
Subdefinition for that one: the ability or power to do, experience, or understand something.
What was
Second
that?
sub, hmm?
Say that last one again.
The ability or power to do, experience, or understand something.
Mm-hmm. Some
Uh-huh.
people have a large capacity to do that. Others don't.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
Okay. Um, Under the second definition, second sub definition, a person's legal competency.
Legal what?
Competency.
Competency, right? Uh-huh.
Okay, third definition, a specific role or position. And that's it.
So he was being deprived of his legal capacity. His
Hmm.
personal space was all taken up by, invaded, and commandeered by the police officers. So what
Hmm.
does that tell you, right? When he was kicked in the face, he was helpless. Then look up the word helpless, please.
Okay.
Now we just went through all of that, right? We went through capacity. You just heard the definitions of incapacitate and capacity. Now we're going to give you the grand finale, the crescendo
Unable.
of what his state was when he was kicked in the face. Go ahead.
Okay. Unable to defend oneself or to act without help.
Stop. Unable to defend oneself. And what was the next one?
Or to act without help.
Or to act without help. So when his space was commandeered by these yokels, they had him in such a way to where his capacity was being deprived and they incapacitated him. So when the police officer kicked him in the face, he was helpless. He couldn't defend himself.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't act in a way without help. He was helpless.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, who was truly the dangerous ones that night?
They were.
I want y'all to really think about that. How evil some people can get. See, don't let cowards get in the group because they'll do cowardly things with courage.
So
you got a group of cowards running around with some authority, you in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to have the courage to do cowardly things. Like kick a helpless man in the face. Understand, when that man was kicked in the face, he was helpless. Is there any other definitions of helpless?
Uncontrollable. Like they burst into helpless laughter. That's about it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they kicked the man in the face who was helpless. You kicked him more than once, right? Then you kicked him twice, right?
Yeah, kicked him twice.
Kicked him twice. You kicked that man in the face 2 times while he was helpless. And you think about this here, right? All of them, all 5, well, it was 5 on the scene at first, right? It was 5. I think the white cop left because, the white cop got his jab in. He just tasered them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. It looks like it started off with 6. When he broke away, the white officer left, saying that he hoped they stump him when they catch him, and the other 5 caught up to him about 2 blocks from 3 doors down from his mom's house.
You think about this too, right? The white cop tased him.
Mm-hmm.
There was a movie called Mississippi Burning. Are you familiar with that movie, Dan?
Yeah, I just don't watch it, so it's a little iffy for me.
In that movie,
Mm-hmm.
the opening scene started with the civil rights workers riding down a dark country road in Mississippi. They were released from jail or something like that. And then here come the good old boys chasing them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They caught up with him, insulted them, called the white boys Jew, nigger lovers and all of that. Then they killed him. The reason why I'm saying this, because I want to draw I want to connect one thing to the other. There was a guy there named Lester. And after it was all said and done, after he, they killed him all, he said, they only left me a nigger, but at least I shot a nigger. So when the white man tased that black man and left, he had the same mentality. They only left me a nigger, but at least I tased me a nigger. So now he got something to go back and tell his boys about. Hey, man, I tased that nigger.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Joining the old
But
boys club.
who committed the worst act of aggression against this young man? It wasn't a white police officer, and don't get me wrong. Start. We're not defending the white officer in no way, but we know what they're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
It's old news. What white people are gonna do to black people is old news.
Yeah,
Okay,
no same though.
and so who committed the worst act of aggression against this young man? Damn, sorry. Aggression. Look that up.
Oh, okay. The ones that did it to their own people. Mm-hmm.
I can't see the chat. Who's in the chat?
Uh, Nisha by nature, Auntie, Mika. I think Hassan is still there. Jody, Nori, I think is still there.
Oh, we got some people in it tonight, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gresham.
Shout out to A&T. Shout out to Hassan, Nisha. I can't see y'all, but I appreciate y'all coming through, showing y'all support. Good, Dane.
All right, here we go. All right, hostile or violent behavior or attitude towards another. Readiness to attack or confront. Okay.
Wow. So who committed the greatest act of oppression against you? Was it a white cop or was it the cop that kicked him in the face twice?
The cop that kicked him in the face twice.
Why is it that cop who committed the gravest of acts? And there was others beating them up and handcuffing them and all that. How come they're not as bad as the cop kicked them in the face? Tell me why. Tell me why that
Um,
cop's actions are worse than the other cop's actions.
okay. I guess because he was on the ground helpless in order for him to kick him
Exactly.
in the face.
Exactly. Because he was helpless at the time.
Yeah, okay, but there's also that point when one officer was holding him up while the others beat up on him. I think it was they just as bad as the guy that kicked him, um, to a certain degree because he's helpless. He's being held up while so they can get a better angle. They beat him up on beat him with batons and fists and stuff like that. So they are getting as far as I'm concerned. The one that held him up instead of helping him, the one that beat him up, the ones that kicked him, the ones that used the batons, the ones that used their fists, they all beat up on him. And he was helpless during the entire time. Not to mention, okay, he's a 140-pound dude that's 6'4". That is really, really small compared to these big 250, 300, 200-pound linebacker. Well, no, I'm not gonna call them linebackers because that's putting a bad image on linebackers. But the only I think the only reason he was able to get away is because he was skinny enough to slip when they left the gap when they were when they were not tasing pepper spraying him because they were doing everything all wrong. They were all on top of him. They tried to pepper spray him and they got themselves. And while they shooting for their own eyes, he ran. I would run too.
Wow, that's crazy.
Hmm.
You pepper spraying a guy so much that you end up pepper spraying yourself.
Yeah.
Where they do that at?
Hmm. Hey Max, someone named Camera Stage Video asks, now who do we trust to police our community?
Well, it's the black men that we trust to police our community. We got to police your own community. Back when I was growing up, the police were in the community. They used to walk a beat. They don't walk a beat anymore. They used to walk through the neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's called the beat. They need to bring that back.
And they also used to live in the neighborhood too.
Yeah, they lived in it. We knew the cops. They came to the cookouts. They came to the summer block parties.
Mm-hmm. Shooks, they were your own family members, church members.
Yeah, man. We were cool with them. I told you, I got a whole bunch of family in law enforcement. I
Yeah.
respect law enforcement. I don't respect this.
Nah,
What they did isn't law enforcement.
no.
Yeah, what they
They
did ain't got shit to do with the law.
yeah. They did. They just lynch mob.
And
They
that's not
beat up
policing,
on the helpless. That's not
right?
policing.
That's not even policing. These are bad cops.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have to start policing our own communities. Back when I was growing up, the black men, they took care of their own blocks. My
Mm-hmm.
block, you couldn't come down the block unless you knew somebody. Because somebody's father would step to you. Who are you? Who child? Who child are you? Who your mama? Who your daddy? If you didn't have any answers, they throw you off the block.
Mm-hmm. No, I live in a small town, so we didn't have like blocks. We had like coming in into the neighborhood, and you have to be really like outside of the town itself. Like we don't recognize you. We don't recognize the look of your face because their peoples live in other small town, but you recognize the family facial features or the accent and stuff like that. And so when you don't recognize the family face, there's not none you ever seen before. You like, hey, who are you people? It'll be a little bit more polite, like, hey, how you doing? Who are you people? You here to visit your people? Who are you people? And if you don't know, you don't name nobody's people that they know of, and everybody knew everybody. They watch you. Be like, what is he doing here? Who is he visiting? Why is he visiting? But they watch you more. hmm Now, but I guess it's the same thing. It's just a little bit slightly different. But but it's a case of I don't recognize your facial features, your family name, or the people you supposedly coming to visit. What are you doing?
Mm,
You lost? You need some help? Are you coming to to get some food and stuff like that?
absolutely.
Mm-hmm,
So they got to get back to walking the beat. So where the
mm-hmm.
people in the community were comfortable with the police officers. We knew the police officers in our neighborhood because they walked the beat, and we saw them every day. Okay.
Mm-hmm. They said how many other black men did these six black cops beat up? That's what's been gone into.
Well,
There's been
we
a
don't
lot.
know how many, right? We don't
Exactly.
know how many. But here's the thing: we don't worry about that too much. We got them dead to rights now.
Yeah. And the police chief is cleaning house, is going through everybody's stuff. In fact, disband the whole police unit. And let me see. Let's see. Where was that I saw that? Okay. Okay, here it is. Yeah. For 14 months, officers from the high-profile Scorpion Unit of Memphis Police Department patrolled city streets with an air of menace, zooming in up on targets, jumping out of their Dodge Charger at a dead run, shouting at people to get out of their vehicles, lie down on the ground. That sounds very familiar, isn't it? Well, this police unit has been disbanded. The Scorpion unit that these guys are from, and they going through every last is going through all of them. Uh, they don't say these specific officers. They say from the Scorpion units that they surround a Davidus Colliner, 32, as he went to buy beer for his father in May. And last month they beat a Montarius Harris, 22, outside an apartment complex where he was waiting to spend time with his cousin. These and other Scorpion encounters typically begin over something minor: a tinted window violation, a seatbelt infraction, broken tail light, a cracked windshield, and others result in officers finding illegal drugs, unregistered weapons, stolen cars, and outstanding warrants. The tactics could be aggressive, according to the interviews and records, which arrestees been subdued by baton, pepper spray, taser, and brute force of the officer's fist. Is sounding awfully familiar. Mr. Wilburn said that the Scorpion officer threw him against the car. They chased and eventually pepper sprayed a frightened Mr. Colliner in the face. And when officer pulled Mr. Harris out of his car, he said they beat him so severely that he was left with cuts and a black eye. 3 days after Mr. Harris' arrest on January 7th, several of the same officers involved would go on to swarm Tyree Nichols, pulling him from his car, kicking and beating the 29-year-old amateur photographer with batons as he begged them to let him go home.
No, I don't understand something. What made them go after these people? They weren't going. These weren't criminals. These were everyday people. They were dragging out of cars and beating the hell out of.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Was they some kind of bully in the schoolyard? What's going on? They terrorizing normal people.
Yeah.
Also, according to Sergeant Dorsey, shout out to Sergeant Dorsey, she said a lot of these cops lied on police reports.
Oh, yeah.
So now they got to go back to every police report these guys ever wrote.
Yeah, that's why there's more officers being.
Yeah.
Because they finding out they lied or they backed up these guys' lies.
And let me tell you something. If anybody gets let out of jail, right? Okay, that's gonna hurt the Scorpion unit. Once they start going through these police reports and then they start throwing these police reports out and stuff like that, everybody get released. That's bad. Especially if you're putting innocent people in jail. One thing I don't see, where's the police union? Did they like to come out and support the white guys who beat up black kids? Where are they now? I don't hear a peep from the police union.
Oh, these guys are left in the wind. They dangling in the wind. They black officer. Okay, that qualified immunity, that don't work for no black officer.
Yeah, I don't hear the police. I don't hear, not the police, the union. They haven't said a damn thing.
Oh, that's another thing. Police union, they not for the black police officer. They could care
less. If they did, I must have missed it. But they haven't said it now. Now this is a white cop. They'd be all over the damn TV talking about this is wrong. We stand by the police officer doing his job. Da, 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 da. But they're black cops and you don't hear a damn thing. They are nowhere to be found.
Shoots, I wonder if they backing up that Hemp Hill officer, number 6.
Yeah, they're probably backing him.
That's
Well, no,
probably
they
why he's.
can't back them once they get, once they get, I think once they get fired, they can't be represented by the union.
Oh, okay.
They
Well,
automatically get kicked out of the union, I think.
oh, okay.
I don't
Well,
know. I'm not a cop. I would have to ask somebody. You
okay.
know,
Well, if that's if it's true, then that explains why there's no union because they've been fired. They
I'll be right
fired
back
the
there.
black officer fired. Yep. Oh yeah. They didn't just get charged. They got fired and charged. And as for Hemphill, he's cooperating. Let's see, but yeah, because the police department said that Preston Hemphill, the white officer, that he violated the department's policy on personal conduct, truthfulness, compliance with regulation regarding the use of tasers, among other violations. Let's see what else. Okay, while we disagree with this termination, Preston Hill will continue to cooperate with all authorities in the investigation into the death of Mr. Nichols. So all that talking about the blue wall, that officers don't snitch on officer. Oh, he's snitching. He's talking. He's cooperating. Yeah, he's trying to keep his behind out of jail, which he also deserved to be in. Yep. Mm-hmm. Hemphill, who has been relieved of duty. Three members of the fire department also been fired for failing to provide proper emergency medical treatment after Nichols was handcuffed. And oh, okay. The Shelby County District Attorney Steve Murrow Murrow. Well, the district attorney has said other police officers, fire department personnel, and others who prepared documentation of the incident may also face criminal charges as more information becomes available. So, shooks. And the Scorpion unit already been disbanded. Yep. Okay, did I miss something? Uh, all right, so yeah. So yeah, they show that. So yeah, so that they that explain why that would be the excuse of why the police union's not there. Oh, those five officers has been fired, so I guess they don't qualify for the union if that's true. So it'd be like, oh, they were fired, they were terminated, so they're not under our district the union help because they no longer police officers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, let's see if the same is being done for Hemphill. But hey, it's possible that they'll let him fall underneath the bus to save the rest of them. Okay, okay. So let's see what else is going on with that. All right. So in some quarters, Mr. Nichols' death was shocking, but it was not a surprise. Even as city officials credit Scorpion officer with bringing down violent crime, their presence has spread fear in the predominantly low-income neighborhood they patrol, and records show that black men were overwhelmingly their target. See, all right, so so I pulled the video that while looking into this, but like, well, what do the people that live in Memphis and live in them neighborhoods. Think about this. What their take was on it. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, right. That would be okay. This should. Okay. No, 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 no. That's the police report. Well, it's not what I was. Let me see. Okay. Oh, okay. Uh. Okay. Wait. Something's off. Let's see. Okay. That look like I'm missing something. Oh, okay. Okay, there it is. This video from some people that live in Memphis neighborhoods that had to deal with this. Their take on it. Here we go.
Hey, Ben, don't get up. Come on, man. Stand up. Stand up, man. Can't be looking.
What?
On
What
live.
clothes, man?
Hey, you ain't working the day in your life.
You ain't lying.
All right, y'all. I'm over here in Memphis, Tennessee. What part of Memphis are we in right now?
South
Memphis, the heart of the South, baby.
Yes, sir.
All right, South Memphis. Okay, obviously. Okay, first I'm gonna ask y'all name if y'all want to give y'all name or whatever. I'm gonna start to my left right here. What's your name right
Bando Lindo.
here? Bando Lando. What's you?
Take it, Tank.
All right, and what?
Nino Brown.
Okay. The big story that everybody talking about really all over the country and all over the world is the situation with the Memphis police officers. And really I want to ask y'all about, living in this neighborhood in the inner city. Obviously, y'all have probably experienced some dealings with the police officers,
Every
the
day.
police, in the past. And you can go over there and talk to those people at the protest, but a lot of people that don't even live in the hood, in the areas that affect people, But so I want to ask y'all, what are y'all basic thoughts on that? Like, what do y'all think about that whole situation?
Oh, man, I think
Messed up thing, man.
it's messed up from the beginning, though. It's been police brutality for years, decades. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like justice should be served. They should get what they deserve, but be justified on both ends. Don't just justify the black cop, justify the white cops, Hispanic cops, man, Japanese, Asian, it don't matter. Don't just set an example of people on this group. You know what I'm saying?
What they did,
Right.
what's wrong, but
So what y'all saying is now the fact that there are black cops involved,
Right.
and now they're really going to make sure the cops get what they.
Right.
They're trying to set an
Right.
Yeah,
example.
they try to set an example on our people fast. Like we just unhumane, you know what I'm saying? But it's been going on for centuries. The police been beating us and everything, getting off with pay. But now since they done it, now they fired, facing charges, quit. You know
Now
what I'm
they
saying?
out though. They out.
On bond.
They got on bond.
Yeah.
So what? Have any of y'all ever had any personal dealings with the police? And how are the Memphis police like in this area? Like, what can y'all say about that?
Man, keep it funky. It's a real bitch ass nigga.
Woo,
Snap.
man.
Keep it
Real.
real funky.
We can curse.
We just don't.
we curse.
I don't deal with Twitter. I don't deal with Twitter.
Make
man.
sure
Try to avoid them. Get out their way.
For real.
They
And
clear
they
off.
look for trouble.
Yeah, they look for trouble.
They
They,
look for
touch
trouble.
you for no fucking reason. Like you just.
So y'all say basically a lot of the Memphis police officers are corrupt.
I can't say
I ain't gonna say
not
a lot of
most.
them.
I say some of
Some
them.
of 'em.
Right,
Some
right,
of 'em.
right.
Some of 'em.
Because there's good cops too.
Yeah, it
Everywhere,
is.
good
It
and
is.
bad cops.
It is.
Have y'all ever had any run-ins with those particular police officers or know them?
What?
Nah,
Which one?
nah.
The bad ones or the good
The
ones?
ones who was involved in that situation.
No, I ain't ran into them.
Thank God.
Okay.
Stay away from
Mine.
Thank God.
Are y'all familiar with? I guess they worked in a unit called the Scorpion Unit.
I just heard of this shit.
I
ain't gonna
just
lie.
heard
And
it. I never heard it.
the police chief was saying that she created that unit to crack down on violent crime, like homicides and robberies and rapes and things like that in Memphis. And they say it's been successful. So I guess those officers thought they was above the law.
Where it's been successful.
I'm just where it been successful.
I mean, that's what the chief said.
I ain't seen shit.
They'll say anything
better
to
take her ass
to
on.
sell something.
Hey,
fella
make it
great,
sound good.
Make it sound
Yeah.
good.
How long that she been the chief?
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you.
Okay,
They switching out like
clothes.
clothes. I couldn't tell you.
right. So, what do y'all hope happened to those officers? Y'all hope they get like
I hope I hope justice be served. It don't matter because they black, but I hope justice be served. But
The right way.
don't the right way. You hear me? Don't try to go over and beyond on them because they African American cops. You know what I'm saying? Serve justice. Serve justice, but make sure it's proper justice. And
Right.
go after that.
You see, these people in Memphis, everybody wants the same thing. They want surface justice across the board. These guys in Memphis, they had to deal with violent police officers all their lives, as they said, for decades. I'm gonna play a little bit more what they say when they first met. Okay, and yeah, and they want justice across the board. They don't want just them to do justice, the justice they should have been doing with all officers just on these black cops and think it's okay.
I disagree. I disagree with them talking about don't come down on them. Absolutely come down on them.
They said they want them to come down on all of crooked cops, not just the black ones.
Hold on one second.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exactly, but no. See, he's trying to separate them. No, we're not going to separate them. As a matter of fact, I want their punishment to be the worst and the loudest.
Uh-huh.
I want their punishment to be an awful punishment. I want it to be something that people will never forget. You know why? Because they're supposed to be our own. They did this to one of our own. And they're supposed to be us. Exactly. Young people are supposed to look up to black men. See, they bear a greater responsibility. So their punishment must fit or supersede the responsibility that they bear in the community. In this case, it is worthy, their punishment is worthy. Well, I would say, in this case, their punishment should supersede the norm. And I believe and I hope that they get the most awful punishment because a message has to be sent. So I hope their punishment be the worst and the loudest and the most memorable.
Yeah. Because they forgot who they were, that they could do this.
See, to me, black people should be taking this personal. Those traitors performed like they were racist whites. They killed a son of a black woman. They killed a son of a black man. They murdered one of our sons for no reason. And it was a brutal murder. For the black anti-white supremacy, their punishment should be awful and agonizing. They should be in agony. You have betrayed our trust. You have brutalized and taken the lives of our children. You dare walk in the shoes of our enemies. No. I want their punishment to be the worst, the most god awful.
Mm-hmm. Go to
A
prison.
message, a message needs to be sent. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, I said they they are traitors that they could do such a thing um, um, to one of their own. They should get what they get, but they should be put in Gen Pop, and let Gen Pop deal with them.
Now we have another funeral that's going to take place.
Mm.
Another black woman is going to be crying over her dead son.
Mhm.
Another black grandmother is going to be crying over her dead grandson.
Uh-huh.
Another father is going to be grieving for losing his seed, his son.
Mhm.
A
Another child.
grandfather
Mhm.
is never going to see his grandson again.
And there's a child out there who's never going to see her father again.
I just said that there.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't say that, Dan. You're right. There's a child out there that's never going to see their father again. There's a single black mother out there who will never see the father of her children again. By doing this to this young man, you have created all of the stereotypes in the black community. You have created another single black mother. If this man has children, does he have any children?
Did any officer have children?
No,
Um,
I'm talking about the man that was beaten to death.
yeah, he has one child.
Okay, so
Oh
you created a single black mother. By murdering this man, you have created a single black mother. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. You guys are strange today. I don't understand you type of black men today. You're almost acting alien. Like, what are you talking about? Why are y'all so negative towards children? Y'all so negative. You want a woman to have no children because you just want to have sex and not take care of any responsibility. Y'all so negative against children. I don't understand that. We're gonna get to you guys in a minute. We haven't forgotten you, passport bros.
yeah.
Then let's finish up here
Mm-hmm.
and move on to the passport bros.
Okay. All right.
Let's take some questions from the chat. Anybody in the chat got a question? Gauge the chat. Can you see the chat?
Yeah. I'm waiting to see if camera stage video is gonna say anything else. He said they took a good black father away while misfits walked the streets of Memphis. Killers in Memphis walk free while they beat up innocent black men.
Well, you have to understand the white man has glorified the gangster. And so black men want to be gangsters because the white man did a good job of showing how cool the gangster was. Like a lot of motherfuckers thought, what was his name? The one that was with Maya Lansky and them. The one Richard Grieco played.
Um,
I don't know if it was Machine Gun Kelly or whatever. I don't know. What, anyway, I forgot who he played. But he was the killer in the group.
uh-huh.
They had him dressed to kill. He was sharp as a thumbtack. These were cool guys, and they would commit massacres in a suit, a hat and tie. And so when the black man created his gang, what did he do? He patterned his gang after the white gangsters he seen. You take the movie Hoodlum, right? What did Lawrence Fishburne say to his group? He said he'd been invited to the big table. The table where all gangsters in the town meet. With Lucky Luciano running the show. Anybody know about Lucky Luciano? He was a pimp. He was a white pimp that nobody said nothing about.
Oh.
But he was cool because he was a gangster. But he was a pimp.
Did not know that.
Yeah, he was a pimp.
That's the lowest of the low.
Did you see him dressed like a woman? No.
Uh-uh.
Did you see him dressed in drag like a woman? No. He was a pimp.
Probably because he wasn't proud of it.
So.
I don't think he went around bragging that he was a pimp, did he?
No.
See? He wasn't proud of that.
So the black gangsters, they want to be like the white gangsters. And this is why you have such terrible ordeals in our community. We do not have the strong fathers to stop this.
Oh, okay.
Not at the moment, we don't.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We got a question.
Mm-hmm.
How do we vet our black brothers policing our community?
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard because nowadays, because of the mental illness, even vetting someone isn't foolproof.
Mm-hmm.
You can investigate all you want. I mean, it doesn't matter anymore because of mental illness. He could be cool, he can have a good background, and then just wig out.
A power trip.
Yeah, people are just wigging for some reason. So even vetting someone isn't. I wouldn't. That's not a fail safe. But you're still going to have to trust somebody to do the job.
Mm-hmm.
Understand that we are between a rock and a hard place now.
I guess the most we could do is weed out the bad apples as they pop up.
And even those bad apples, right, have to be under scrutiny. I'm sorry, not the bad apples, the good apples. The so-called good apples, they have to be under scrutiny.
Yep, because they've been exposed to the bad apples, so there's a chance they got spoiled or corrupted.
So you got to find the good. I'm starting to wonder, should we stop going after bad guys, start going after good guys?
Yep, or it's like I said, you can't tell the difference between the good guys and the bad guys. They're all
No. Not anymore.
Mm-mm. What she could do
As a matter of fact, I was looking at TikTok, dang, and they had these 3 people on there. I don't know who they were.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't tell if they were boys or girls.
Uh-huh.
Couldn't tell.
Okay, anything else about them?
No, I don't know. I couldn't tell what they were. I don't know what the fuck. it was three of them. They were doing some kind of dance, right? I don't know who the girl was. I don't know who the boys. I couldn't tell the difference. These androgynous people are fucking with my head
Uh-huh.
because you literally can't tell who they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's scary, man. Like, I don't want to. That's why I'm glad I'm married, y'all. I ain't got to get out on the street and try to find me a woman. I got my black woman. Y'all's in trouble because now y'all got to try to figure out who's real and who. I mean, y'all got a lot on your hands now. You don't know what the hell you're going to end up with. And why all of a sudden you're getting all these HIV commercials? Has anybody noticed that?
Yeah, yeah. When you first pointed it out to me and I start seeing the commercials, like,
And why are the people that are on these HIV commercials black men? Yeah, I'm telling you, man, these commercials, y'all, the commercials are changing. Get your mind right. They're going to start showing gay romance between men.
yeah, yeah.
It's disgusting. I only believe in one union. And that's the union between the man and the woman. I don't believe in no other union. I don't care what anybody says. You can call me homophobic, homobloke. I don't give a damn. You can make up words. I don't give a damn. I do not recognize any other union than a man and a woman. That is the only union I will accept.
Yeah.
I recognize no other union. And I have a right to think that way. If you got a problem with it, oh well. You want to call me a homophobic, so what? Matter of fact, let's look that up, Dane, real quick.
Okay.
What is homophobic? What are they saying to me? They're saying I'm a homophobic.
Okay. But in the meantime, camera stage video says men going their own way.
Okay, we'll hit on them in 1 second. Let's look at this homophobic thing.
Okay, it says having or showing a dislike of or prejudice against gay people.
So if you dislike them, you got to be prejudiced against them.
It says having or showing a dislike of or
Right? How you gonna How you gonna take away my right to like or dislike someone? I have a right to like or dislike someone.
Mhm.
If you want to call that homophobic, then so be it.
Yeah. I thought it used to be an extreme dislike. But it just says having or showing a dislike of or prejudice against gay people. Hmm. And why they
All right, let's go on to the passport, bro. We gotta get ready to get to the rest of the show and wrap up and get out of here. How long have we been on?
We've been on 2.5 hours.
All right, so we're gonna give it till 3 hours, and we're gonna bounce.
Okay.
What else, Dane? Oh, the going their own way. That's stupid.
Yeah.
It's stupid. You know what? They just want attention. They want the black woman to come and save them, come and run out into their arms. Talking about don't go your own way. You know, you guys ever see this commercial, right? With the white dude on a horse and a white girl was in a big old Southern Belle dress.
Mm.
All right. And the white dude was named Jesse. And I guess he had a gunfight with somebody and killed them all. And then he started going off into the sunset on his horse. And the girl was like, Jesse, don't leave. And he said, sorry, I got to go. I'm a loner. And a loner got to be alone. And she fell down and did a fake cry. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what the matter of fact, I wonder if we could find that commercial.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. I'll see if I can find it. Jody Norris said today I saw an Eggo commercial. 2 women, which were a couple in the kitchen. White woman cooking on the stove. Black woman, the masculine one, getting ready for work, talking to 4-year-old or so daughter. Crazy agenda.
I don't understand something with them. Why you go through all of that just to copy heterosexuals? You copying a man and a woman. There's a feminine one in the relationship, and there's a masculine one. I don't get it. But anyway, homophobic. All right, let's move on. Yeah, the manosphere is a joke. You know, just a couple of weeks. But speaking of that, let's move on to these Path Force bros and get on out of here.
Okay. Well,
first of all,
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, the passport bros are being exposed. That one, they're paying for it. They're being tricked by these women. In fact, and they're getting kicked out of a lot of these communities. First, the women are saying that that they know about these passport bros, that they make their money off of them and stuff like that, and that the passport bros are their licks. And this is across every community they go to. Then, because of the Austin and Holloman and others, they're getting kicked out of the countries. Black men are no longer welcome in these countries. They're not.
And how the hell do you get kicked out of a country?
Huh?
How the hell do you get kicked out of a country?
They threaten you until you leave. You don't leave fast enough.
Like, hey, my name is Cracky Johnson, and I got kicked out of Singapore. Hi, my name is Cracky, huh?
They pretty much ran them off or threatened them. They threatened them. That's all they did.
Cracky Wilson got kicked out of Brazil.
Yeah.
No, they chased him out of Brazil, right? Because they were threatening to kill him. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they ran him out of Brazil.
Oh, yeah. And that was the women. The men didn't even get involved in it yet.
I keep trying to tell you guys, the women that y'all looking at have a worse attitude and temper than a black woman. Overseas, those women will kill you. Especially Filipino women. I'm sorry, not Filipino women. Especially Chinese women. They'll kill you, man. They'll kill you, man. I'm telling you. Because you got to understand something. The women that you're talking about, they come from a whole different tradition. Everything is different.
Mm-hmm.
They look at the man differently. They hold a different set of rules for the man. Everything is different. And if you don't meet those standards, you better get out of you better get out of her life before she kills you. And the laws of these countries are different when it comes down to murder. Much different than the laws over here.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, yeah. And these women are backed up by their community. So, yeah, they're gonna get you.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and it's already starting to happen. Oh, let me see. I heard there was a young guy that got killed in Chile. He was a passport bro, and these
We gotta
and
find that. We gotta find that tape.
the young guy that got killed
Yeah,
in Chile.
if you got that arc or whatever, send it the name. Okay, we want to see that. Okay, because we might do a show on that. That's a whole different ball game. What did I tell these guys? Didn't I tell these guys they're gonna get themselves killed?
Yeah.
I'm ex-military, y'all. I've been in these countries before. I did a Westpac. I was a part of Com Desert 15 overseas, and my base overseas was in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So traveled all over Asia. I've been to these countries that they're talking about. I keep trying to tell these guys, you are not going to get a native woman. You're not.
At least not the ones that's not
Hmm.
into prostitution.
Right. You're not going into these villages and getting these women to kill you. They don't play that shit. We're just gonna walk into their village and walk out with a girl. And basically, what they're telling you is it's so easy. Yes, it's easy as long as you got the money.
Yeah.
Those women that they keep talking about and what they won't tell you, they aren't free.
Mm-hmm.
They cost money. They have to pay those women.
Mm-hmm.
And what the fuck are you doing in Chile? Chile is not even a place that's not even a place where Americans even go to. The fuck you doing in Chile? Chile? Wait a minute, aren't they Muslim out there then?
What, Chile?
Yeah.
I thought there was just another Catholic country.
I thought they were, I could swear they were Muslims out there.
Okay. Okay, so you want me to look it up now, see if I can find
The commercial with Jesse, right? Type in
what?
I'm alone, the man's got to be alone or some shit, Jesse, right?
I thought we was looking up the Chili boy. Okay, the boy, okay, all right, commercial.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, Chile? I'm not even sure Chile even has prostitution like that. Some of these countries, man, don't have prostitution, or they give out a very stiff penalty for getting caught being a prostitute. You better, when you in the country, you better find out the laws fast. And you got killed in Chile. See what I'm saying? You got killed in Chile. Understand something. Take it from somebody who has lived in foreign countries. I've lived in these Asian countries. I'm telling you, you will not walk into their neighborhoods unless you know one of them. I got friends in Japan. I was accepted in multiple neighborhoods because I have friends there. They brought me into the neighborhood. I miss those guys. We had a lot of fun. Japanese people love to have fun. They're fun people to live with. They're fun people to be with. Once they know you and they get relaxed, oh, they goofy and funny and silly. You know, they cool people. And I miss those, having fun with them. I miss those days. You know. But like I said, you're not going to go. Then they're lying, man. The one guy had the show about the passport, but he's lying, talking about these women are easier. You're going to get, man, all of them are easy. If you pay it. Okay?
Yeah.
It ain't no one is easier than, right. It ain't one is easier than the other. No. They are all easy when you're paying money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? When you're paying the money, they're all easy.
Yeah. And okay, I found the commercial.
Okay, yeah, this is the manosphere. Okay, play the commercial. Fair use. Check this out, y'all.
Jesse, don't go! Jesse, no!
I'm sorry, Daisy, but I'm a loner, and a loner's got to be alone.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15%.
There it is, y'all. That's your manosphere. That's men going their own way.
Yeah, but did you see that part on the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, he going his own way, all right, and then he gets shot.
Yeah. Because that represents him going in other countries, messing around with other races of men, women, and they don't play that. Okay?
Yeah.
And then, did you see the way the woman fell down, and started crying? That's what they want the black woman to play. It one more time, Dane. And pay attention to the woman.
Okay, I just
when they say they're going their own way, this is the way they want black women to behave.
all right. I shut it off completely. All right.
Pay attention to the woman. When they say they're going their own way, this is the reaction they want from the black woman.
I'm sorry, Daisy, but I'm a loner, and a loner's got to be alone.
Did you see the woman's behavior? That's the behavior they want from black women. When they say they're going their own way.
Yeah.
That's your manosphere right there.
Manosphere, Passport Brothers, Metal, Sispin. They want that.
Well, MGTOW, their brains are fried or something. Them dudes got grits for brains. I mean, they fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
But at least they got their blow up dolls. They got their blow up dolls and shit. I mean, I respect them for having blow up dolls because they're not messing up some woman's life.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
But these passport bros, uh, I don't know how they can do this. They doing a live like as if like they in a server like Discord, and they being honest and truthful, and they telling all the dirt. They delusional. Okay. They getting tricked. One guy got tricked. The girl had got pregnant by him, and he ended up keeping her, even though he found out that she was with a bunch of other men while he was going back and forth, and um and she called him, told her pregnant. He flew her over so she could have the baby, so he could do the DNA test. Like he wasn't smart enough or to do too lazy to do his research to find out you can do the DNA test right there in the country,
okay,
in
y'all.
Brazil.
Okay, Dave, my time is up. I got to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll meet you in the back chat a little bit.
Okay.
Are you, you gonna finish up on the passport, bros?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish up.
Okay. All right, y'all. This been, thanks for having me on ladies' night, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Hope y'all was entertained. Hope y'all learned something. And no, Gangster Talk is still around. I just been busy. I haven't been able to, do a show, but no, we're still around. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Soon as I free some things up, I'll be getting back to doing Gangster Talk. Somebody asked me about that the other day. Hey, Max, where's Gangster Talk? It's still around. Okay. I'm not going to abandon my creation. But anyways, peace, power, and unity, everybody.
Yeah. All right. Good night, Max. See you later. Yeah, that's why I've been calling this Lady Gangster night, because as you could been hearing, Max has been going kind of gangster on Ladies Night on these men, on these six police officers and the passport bros. Um, but yeah, the thing that they're running from to go to these communities and so-called searching for, they're actually taking and accepting and excusing the very thing they said they do not want, that they will not tolerate, and that these women were better and more traditional and all that other stuff. They're not being honest with their fellow bros about, hey, this is what you should do, this is what you should work out for. Yes, there are some elements of women in that community who are of the 3 or 4 persuasion, and they'll see you as a lick and stuff like that. Some of them don't care; they just there for sex anyhow, but they don't want to be honest about it. Um, and because they're not being honest about it, the things they say that they do not want and they will not tolerate, they are tolerating and getting from these women who supposedly don't do stuff like that. That's only modern women, that's only black women, and stuff like that. One of them don't want to be messed with, don't want to be laughed at, don't want to be slapped in the face, or the woman hand all in his face. Especially as he's just getting to know her. He don't want to pay 50, want her to pay 50-50, or he's staying there and put up with it and go back for seconds. Yeah. The main ones that's leading, they being a lick, they being used, they being tricked on. Hey, Black Republican, you just a mixed max. Yeah, I'm talking about the passport bros. So they're not being honest. The only ones that's been successful is the ones that's been honest, and they understand that these women are no different from the other women. Just that they figure they stand more of a chance, and they honest. I think there's like they were talking about one brother. He's overweight. He's fat. He's older and stuff like that. And he was completely honest. He didn't mind this or that about the women. He wanted a relationship and he wanted marriage, and he was totally honest with it. But these other guys, they are lying about they so-called are looking for traditional women. They looking for a relationship, and they trying to say they got all kind of money and stuff like that. When they really don't really make that much money and stuff like that. That's why they trying to find when they trying to find a way to make money out there so they can move out there. They're not like making money like talking about um they in fact part of the reason why they go in there is because the cost of living is cheaper, so they don't have to pay as much. Their dollars stretch further. They look like big uh uh let's see, they look like big what they call it, the whales if you're in gambling. That they got major money and stuff like that. But he was totally honest with so he was totally honest. He was fat, he didn't make that much money, he was working class. He still was learning the language, but he wanted marriage and relationship. He don't care if she just wants to get out of the country, she's marrying him, get out of the country, as long as she's willing to have a honest relationship with her, don't care about her past. You know how many men he did say that he didn't want someone that already have kids and stuff like that. He was totally honest, and he got plenty of choices, and I think he did settle down and get married. But that's because he was willing to be honest. Ty worked as a FedEx and was allegedly carrying on a romantic relationship with baby mother Officer Demetrius Holland. And so what? That's the reason why all five of them beat up on him, beat him to death. Still, they still need to be put under the jail. So yeah, I don't care if Tyree was allegedly having a romantic relationship with the baby mother officer. You said baby mama, so that means he ain't with her. So he, and then I don't think that's for real. Y'all just making it up because y'all want to find a way to put this all on black women, just like what's his name, uh that other guy who's trying to make single black mothers the reason why this thing happened. No, because if that was the case, it would have been Demetrius who pulled them out the car and was tasing them and beating up on them. It would have been only Demetrius beating up on him. Most you could say they hold them back and they lied and they participate that way. No, every last one of them beat on. There was no mention of the baby mama. If you think the baby mama was involved, her name would have been mentioned, or he would have been saying, "So you think you can mess with my woman?" Nah, it had nothing to do with that. So you trying to say all police officers who has an ex that would have an ex with kids that used to do that? First of all, y'all are scraping the bottom of the barrel and y'all trying to find some stuff. And y'all trying to find a way to blame the victim. You're trying to find a way to excuse 5 police officers. There's no way to excuse these police officers. None of them, all 6, 7, and the ones that lied for them, helped them create the lie, backed up the lie. No. They're all getting it. They all deserve what they got. Nothing of what you said excuse the way they treated him. So you can let that go, Black Republican. Yeah, y'all just want to find a way to blame black women. Y'all want to somehow involve black women in this. I'm not. I'm surprised y'all not trying to dig up dirt on these police officers' family. You know, somehow these police officer parents are the problems. Okay, well, when you keep throwing this stuff out there, yes, that's what you're doing. What relevance? If it even if it was true, what relevancy does it have to this? Absolutely none. So, um, nice try, Black Republican. There's nothing you can say that's going to excuse this. There's no way you can blame the woman for this or the men for this. As far as the so-called connection they have, well, it's all on him. He chose to beat this boy to death. He and five other officers chose to beat this boy to death. To drag him out on the traffic stop. They've been doing this. That's their MO from the entire thing. And we're not going back today. See, you dragged me right back into it. We're going on the passport bros. And nothing, you're going back to the topic that we already went through and finished with, is not going to have me lay off on the passport bros. Passport bros are proven that they are a fraud. Passport bros are proof that they are lying. They even lying to other passport bros. They're not being truthful with these women. They're not trying to have a relationship with these women. If they just about sex, tell the women they're just about sex, and let the ones that ain't interested in just about having sex go. But don't want to accept the fact that deep down inside, no matter what she does, you want the woman. You want her this good looking, blah blah blah. And so what if she sleep around with other men while she's with you? Simp. Okay, so he sent for that. Oh, he said supposedly tried to throw her out. But she locked herself in the bathroom. Why should that matter? Oh, and then she tells him she's pregnant. Okay. That part does not surprise me. Hey, if you're not going to protect yourself from having children, you're not going to wear condoms. You're not going to do everything to prevent. You're lucky you didn't have that bro. Lucky he didn't have no STDs. Because if he can uh, uh, have sex with her raw, who else is having sex with her raw? Okay, so he flew her out to the United States so she could have the baby and so he could do the DNA test to prove that's his child. He could have got that done in Brazil. Didn't have to fly her out to Brazil, and now she's his woman. He's his old lady. She's his wife. Okay, passport bros that got used for their money. Moment the money is gone, the woman was gone. Uh, um, passport bros that got treated badly by these women. They paid for all the meals. They got slapped in the face. They got laughed at. They got all kind of stuff. Who knows how many TikTok videos of passport bros crying that these women are talking about them talking about how small they are, or how bad they are in the bedroom, or that they use that they're one of a carousel of men uh, that they use to make money, or they've been used to get a passport, I mean a green card, and then as soon as she became legal, she and the child disappeared, or used to not only get her, but her husband, her children, her family. What's this? Most passport bros are happy. A few will always fall through the net. It is life. Yeah. Okay. How about passport bro that at one point he's talking about what he don't want in a woman, and that's why he don't deal with black women, modern American women, that he wants a traditional woman that knows how to cook, clean, and treat their man, and won't use or abuse them. And yet not only does he accept that this woman is doing this, he's excusing it. He's excusing it so far that he excusing all women when he wouldn't before. That that he's pretty much taking back everything he said. That just because a few women are prostituting or spreading themselves around don't mean all the women are. That could be said the same thing about black women. Just because a few women are doing these things that they complain about don't mean all black women are. And he said, if you're willing to take time and risk, you will find that woman. And he said it in all communities. He even said black women. Well, shooks, yeah, it was too late for him. And even those that they don't bring their the ones that, or the woman say, oh, it's okay, you don't have to bring me to the West, I'm fine staying in my country. And you have to go back and forth because you can't make money in her country like you can do in your own. And that in the meantime, come to find out, yeah, the reason why she didn't have an issue was that while you was spending all your money on her, turns out she already had a husband. She already had have children. You didn't want any children. That you didn't want to be a stepfather. Come to find out, and child support. You've been paying child support for your child, which turned out not to be your child. Dude. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but remote jobs has been laid off left and right. So that remote work that you're talking about, don't always be there. Next, they'll be flying to the moon for women. Oh yeah. Oh, one passport bro. He was all excited because his job was sending him to Vietnam, and come to find out, okay, so he had a work visa. Oh, to Vietnam. So when the company that he was working for was finished with whatever business they had, his work visa disappeared, and they kicked him out. And he couldn't come back because the only way you're allowed to stay for a significant amount of time in the country was if it was work related. They don't accept They might give you. Uh, oh, okay. Well, Max.
Yeah, I wanted to say something. Let me clear something up.
Mm-hmm.
I was just in the chat, okay?
Mm-hmm.
There are no remote jobs unless you're in a country like Japan or somewhere deep in China. And to do that, you got to be in a corporation, okay? Now, Japan is the only country I know. Japan is Singapore that are rich enough to employ you, but even employment is very tough to get if you are a foreigner in their country. You have to be the right type of foreigner, and they don't think kindly of Americans. So all this crap about, oh, I'm going over starting business. You ain't starting no businesses. You're not acquiring any land or anything like that.
They're not going
These
to allow
guys
you to
are,
acquire land in their country.
and look, Black Republican. These guys are lying.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in some of these countries. I know what I'm talking about. I am ex-military, ex-Navy, as a matter of fact. I had the Westpac. I traveled Asia. These guys are lying. You won't get in these people villages in their neighborhood unless somebody bring you in. And once you get in, right, you got to get to know. It takes time. And once you get in, they still ain't cool with you dealing with one of their women. Yeah. But it's tough. So all of this, they got to go. No, they don't. They're lying to you. And the country that they keep bragging about the most has declared war against them. I wouldn't go to Brazil if I was any one of you passport brothers. Because dude done pissed Brazil off. So now those women are going to be looking for you guys.
Okay.
Mhm.
He's now trying to say, Max, you're wrong. There's self-employment. He said, are you aware you can do accounting work or program or remote work?
Well, if you want to do self-employment, that's just you open another business. Okay? And you're running it yourself. But these countries, you just can't open up a business. I don't know who's telling you this stuff. Whoever's telling you this, man, is taking you for a long ride. Isn't that what Tony Montana said when Mel Bernstein stepped to him? He said, hey, whoever's telling you this is taking you for a long ride. I'm still working on my impersonation, so I'm studying to learn different accents and learn how to enunciate. It's about really enunciating the vowels. That's the quickest way to the accent. Like for example, in Jamaica, if they call like here we say dirty, right? Dirty. In Jamaica they say dirty. Okay, dirty. Okay, so it's it's just the key is enunciating the vowels right. Dirty is the same as dirty over here. You say dirty room, you go dirty room. Yeah?
Okay. Now he's adding customer service work, even working for a U.S. company anywhere in the world.
That's fine, but you're not going to get those jobs unless you're part of a corporation. And a corporation is not going to send an American over there to do that kind of work when they have the cheap labor right there in that country. They don't need you going over there. I told y'all before, if so you guys don't listen to my gen culture. If you paid attention to my gen culture, you'd learn a lot. I lived overseas. I'm trying to tell you guys what it is. Okay? These guys are lying to you. I can't tell you, these guys are lying to you. Okay? And matter of fact, that one passport guy, he done blew up your spot, man. Y'all can't go to Brazil anymore.
Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all can't go to DR anymore. The women up there are mad as heck. Even the ones that's looking for marriage, they can't go up there because they say we're not here.
Let me teach you guys something about women, because obviously I don't know anything about women. Okay? Teach you something about women. Even a whore wants to, and expect to be treated like a lady. So what does that tell you about women? Even a prostitute or a whore expects to be treated like a lady. So the reason why you guys get nowhere with women is because you don't respect the woman for who she is.
Shoot, them idiots don't even bother to know who she is.
Yeah.
They don't bother to take the time to get to know her. All they want to do is at the most pay for some food and then get her into bed.
If you take a prostitute, right, or a whore, right, you see how they be treated and how they react. But if you treat them like a lady, their whole attitude will change. Again, you guys don't understand women. You need to come to my gen cultures and learn something. Alpha male strategies can't teach you nothing because he don't know nothing himself. He the biggest piece of shit that's out there. That dude is full of shit. He be laughing at this dude when he be giving these podcasts. Be laughing at this nigga. He don't know shit, and he ain't never had no woman. He wasn't fucking like that. I'm gonna expose that dude. I'll do another show about him. Okay. He jerking y'all too, boy. Y'all going right for it. But anyway, what is Black Republican saying right now? Hey, Black Republican, I appreciate you, man. Even though you and I don't see eye to eye, you're being respectful, and I appreciate that. Okay, you guys are welcome in here. Even if you have a difference of opinion, as long as you're respectful, hey, it's cool. And we don't have a problem if you have a difference of opinion. We don't have a problem with that. What we have a problem with is the disrespect. But Black Republican, you've been cool since you've been in here. And I appreciate that. What are they doing?
Okay, first he's saying we're not all the same. I guess he's a passport bro. We're not all
You are all the same. Because you all doing the same thing. You're taking your passport, you're going overseas. You're all the same. There's no difference between one or the other. What else you saying?
Then camera stage video said they could get some women from the southern border next.
From who? From where?
Southern border next. The southern border of Brazil.
No,
Mhm,
you don't get killed over there too.
mhm. Okay, so Black Republican goes, it's a man's world. And then camera stage video says it wouldn't be nothing without women. So then he threw back, Black Republican threw back. Are you aware 16% of men are producing 80% of the children? Yeah. Okay, that's it. He says thank you for the compliment you gave him earlier.
What?
Um,
What did he say there?
he said thank you to the compliment you gave him earlier about him coming and
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah. I appreciate that.
hmm
You know, I don't have no problem going back and forth with you guys, disagreeing. That's a good conversation. I got no problem going back. I don't mind proving what I know. And I appreciate that you guys are behaving yourselves and you're keeping it cool and you're coming with it. I appreciate that. That's right. Come with it. You know, make me prove myself. I got no problem with that.
Oh, uh-huh. Okay, he's talking about how they're different. He said we operate differently around women. Some of us go for marriage, some go strictly for business, and a few may go for sex.
Well, if you're going for marriage, what you going overseas for? You don't know those. You didn't grow up with those women. You don't know those women like that. You got to have time over there, bro, to get you a wife. Those guys who got those Asian wives and Japanese wives, they've been in the Navy forever. They've been living in Japan forever, and they got to know people. I told you, I got plenty of Japanese friends. I was chilling in Hokkaido, bro, in rich neighborhoods with my Japanese friends. Driving on the wrong side of the street. It was cool shit. So you got to have friends, man. You just don't go in these kind of. Okay, y'all, I got to go. Shout out to you, Dame. Thank you for letting me on. Shout out to the Black Republican and what's the other one? Stage what?
Uh,
Dame.
camera stage videos.
Shout out to the Camera Stage Videos, Black Republican, Mika, Auntie, and Hassan, and the rest of the ESN family. I'll let y'all later. Peace, power, and unity.
Okay, all right, all right. So now you're on to American women are too entitled, and most can't cook, clean, and most are not fit for childless and single. Oh, yeah. Shout out camera stage video. But actually, quite a few women do know how to cook. They just not letting you know that they can cook and clean. Hey, she probably just trying to make sure you're not just trying to get you a maid the cooking and cleaning and not fit, childless and single. Okay, so most are not fit, childless and single. Well, go for the fit ones. Go for the childless one. There's plenty of childless women out there. In fact, there's quite a few mention of it. But cook and clean, if she did like I did, I'll just tell you I can't cook. They didn't want to believe me, but hey, I said I can't cook. But I can cook. I just don't like to cook. So I'm not the woman for you if you want somebody to cook every day. Because I believe in leftovers. I'll cook and you be eating leftovers for the rest of the week. If I have anything about it. And if she ain't clean, maybe she was testing you. Maybe she was expecting you to clean up after yourself because she was tired of cleaning up. Um, there was a comedian that made a joke about it. Um, about that the guy was making her so mad he wasn't cleaning the dishes. He could see the dishes are in the sink and stuff like that. And she come home from work and them dishes are still dirty in the sink. So she, instead of just telling him, I want you to wash the dishes, she was trying to expect him to read her mind. So she was going to see how far he was going to go. So every dish and silverware is dirty. And then the dude had the nerve to ask for sex. So she's beating up on him, and he's wondering what he did wrong. And it's like, you got your hands all over me, poking me in the back, with your ding dong, but you can't lift a finger to wash a dish. So it could be she's doing that. Foreign women are willing to do things American women are not prepared to. Our movement is full backed by white men too. Oh my goodness, y'all following white men? Y'all got to follow white men, huh? Okay, look. First of all, what are you asking the women to do? Yeah, of course, foreign women are willing to do it. As long as you got the money, as long as you taking care of them. Are they in need? That's why these dudes don't want to take them back to the United States, because what happens is if she's doing all the work and stuff like that, after a while, even they will get tired of it. Um, and then they're gonna divorce you. But if she's in her, but because her country, the situation is desperate, she's always in a desperate state. So that will become quite as important as being able to eat and feed your family. Okay, okay, Black Republican, you trying to get the same thing. You want you want you want a fit black woman who's traditional, who will be stay at home, clean house, take care of the kids, and let me see. Oh, and work to pay the bills and stuff like that, and don't have any issues with you. Let you stay the way you are. Don't expect you to put in your share. So you're trying to get at 16% of the women. We could do that the same thing. But you can't have access to, because they're after the 10% of the men. That's I guess you could say top 10% of the men. Those foreign women were raised to be wives. American women are not raised to be wives. Those women, those women were raised not just to be wives. I don't know what country you're coming from, but all these women work, even those in those countries that are in desperation. What was Memphis 5 involved with? And Becky and a young man deleted involved with that same woman? Nope, we have no proof of that. So, so you're gonna have to try again, and that still has nothing to do with the situation. He still should not have been killed. He still should not have been harassed. And how you gonna explain uh, um, officers like them who did the same exact thing to a whole bunch of other men and had nothing to do with no woman, with a Becky? Okay. So yeah, you're not distracting me there, and we moved on to the passport bros. All right, nice to see you, Phil James. But now we've been there, done that. We moved on to the next topic. We moved on to the passport bros. They're starting to become known, and they're being kicked out of countries. The truth is starting to come out that hey, they actually are not dealing with the quality with the women of these different countries. They dealing with the prostitute, and they dealing with women who treats them the same way that the so-called American woman or the modern women do. So if these women are traditional, they wave to be wives, and they treat you the same way that modern women are, uh, what's the big thing? Okay, so it's the same old passport bros. Y'all running from black women and modern women, and y'all going running straight for the same type of women in another community. That's all the only difference. Same thing, different community. Black women, vast majority, don't fit the standard for 10%, and the 30% of black men are already married. Another 54% of men are childless, and single. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure uh, Cameron overseas ain't giving it up for free. Dang, they get treated like kings abroad. Yeah, as long as you got money to pay for your kingmanship treatment. Let you go over there when you don't have no money, or you run out of money, or you have less money to spend. Yeah, what are you talking about? There are no 54% of black men in the middle class. Try again. I don't even think there's 30% in the middle class. And the only men that are in the middle class are those that are married. So if you can show me where it says 54% of single black men are in the middle class, okay. Black women are the breadwinners with the black king. Black demographics does not say that. I've been all over black demographics. Try again. Because in black demographics, it shows that those 54% that are in the middle class are married. It even shows it in where the black demographic got it from. They got it. So, hey. Okay. What is this? What is this? Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure the broke passport bros just can't go over there and women suddenly just start opening their legs. I'm pretty sure that broke passport bros can't go over there and women suddenly start opening their legs. They're gonna have to pay to open them legs. Now they can play the game of I'm taking you out on a date and she has some issues. She gotta break off the date because the stove ain't working or she has no stove to cook for him with. So he buys her a stove so she can cook him something. Oh yeah. How many passport bros is going to admit that they're paying child support for the women over there? Um, Especially since they trying to get away from these modern women. Excuse me. All these countries are becoming modern because have modern women in them. The ones that you're going after are the desperate ones. They just as modern as all the modern women. It's just that they're in a desperate situation, so they're forced to prostitute themselves or lightheartedly prostitute themselves to get the ends to meet. They the ones making the sacrifice for their family, so they prostitute themselves to passport bros, black, white, those who there for sex tourism, so they can feed their family. Yeah, they've been sacrificed since they were children. So they've been in it since they were children in some of their cases. Or or some passport bro man or soldier have left a child behind and did not care what happened to the child, so that child was sacrificed into the sex tourist industry. hmm Yeah, that's why they have to get passport and go overseas, where the dollar stretches out more. In some countries, $1 equals 10 or 13 of theirs, or in some cases, 100. Let's see. Okay, let's see. What's the dollar ratio? Dollar to, let me see. What do Brazil use? Let's see. Let's see what Brazilian currency is. Let's see. Brazilian currency. Let's see. Okay, one Brazilian real equals 0.19 of so 19 cents. Okay, let's back this up. Okay, so let's change the so Brazilian have a real. So how much is $1? So in Brazil, $1 equals 5.15 Brazilian dollars. How much is a dollar worth in Brazil? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay, let's see if we change countries. Okay, let me see. Let's see. Let me see. Colombia. Let's see what Colombia pesos. Okay. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Let's add a dollar. Let's see how much that is. What? $1 equals 4,629.17 Colombian pesos. Let me see. Let's see. Wait a minute. Maybe that sounds. Isn't peso something like the corn currency? Let's see what I got. Let's see what y'all talking about down here. Passport bros think they are the kings of the hill in Brazil. I'm just concerned that those foreign men will start to get angry and start fights with bros. Pat bros can also be targeted for foreign jail. Yeah, it's not like they can hide into a sea of white men. We've been telling passport bros for years to be careful about that, but they think we just making stuff up or playing or exaggerating. They don't believe that they can get killed. They don't believe that they can get jailed. They don't believe that they can end up they're killed and their organs sold to the black market. They don't believe that they can be used, that they're a lick, a trick. They don't believe they can be blackmailed. Oh, they don't believe it until it happens to them. Oh, now all of a sudden let's see. Some passports are going to Tanzania, Gambia, and other parts of Africa for feminine black women. Oh, all right. All black women are feminine. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. What else? Let's see. Colombia. Let's see. Let's see. Congolese franc. Wait a minute. You said let me see. Dominican pesos. Let's see. What's the let's see. Dominican pesos. Oh wait. Let's see. Let's see. Um ooh, $1. Next, okay, so $1 equals 57.15 Dominican pesos. Okay, let's see what else. Gambian Delicine. Okay, wait. Let me clear this up. Let's see. So, gotta keep putting the dollar in. I just wish it would just correct itself. Okay. Okay, so $1 equals 61 of the Gambian de la Sea, their currency. Okay, let's see. Haiti, they're not going to Haiti. Honduras, Hungary, India, Iran, Israel, Jamaican dollar. No, they're not going to Jamaica. Laotian, Liberian, Mechanism. Oh, let's see. Wait a minute, did I say Laotian? Okay, I haven't heard of them going to Laotian. Mexican pesos? No. Let's see. New Taiwan dollar? Let's see, what's the new Taiwan dollar? Let's see. Because I think that's where they're gonna be going next. Let's see. So one United States dollar equals to 29.98 of the new Taiwan dollar. Okay. Let's see what else. Let's see. Nigeria. No, they're not going to Nigeria. Papua New Guinea. No, they're not going there. Wait a minute. What you said you were going to? Um. Let's see. Oh, Tanzania. Okay, okay. Let me jump to Tanzania real quick, and then I'm gonna check out the other. Oh, the Tanzania in Chile. Okay, so $1. Oh my goodness! No wonder they're going to Tanzania. $1 equals 2,359.85 Tanzanian shilling. Let's see what else. Not true, fake femininity. Okay, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't think you would know femininity if it came and bit you on the butt. I have to see that to believe that Africa, all the passport bros and media go to South and Central America for Jennifer Lopez. Oh, oh, okay. All right, okay. Oh, wait a minute. Vietnamese. One of them went to Vietnamese for a while. Let's see. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Uh, let's see. So, all right. Oh my goodness. Oh, no wonder Vietnam have to kick these guys out. They would absolutely try to earn citizenship there. So $1 equals 23,450.01 Vietnamese dong or something. Dong. Yeah. Okay. Zambia. Okay, so they're going to South America and Central America. Okay, okay. Let me go back up. Philippines. Wait. Somebody went to the Philippines. I remember that. That Austin dude. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Philippines is not too bad. So $1 equals 53.66 Philippine pesos. Okay. Let's see. Um, New Guinea. Okay, wait. You said South and Central America. Okay, Mexican pesos. Well, let's see. So Mexico, for every $1 equals 18.97 Mexican pesos. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Uh, um. Let's see. Now, Indonesia, Hungary, Haiti, Guinea, Guatemalan. Okay, Guatemala. So let's see, what's Guatemala? I hope I'm not helping these bro. Oh, Guatemala. It's a little bit. Let's see. For every United States dollar equals 7.92 Guatemalan. I ain't gonna try to pronounce that currency name because I'm just butchering them up. But okay, let's see. So Guatemala, not too bad. Let me see. Okay, Egyptian, East Caribbean, Dominican. I already did Dominican, didn't I? Costa Rica. Let's see. Let's see what Costa Rica is. Hey, Cass Rain, share your screen. Let me see. What, you want the link or something, Cass? Okay, you want me to share my screen? Oh, hello, Chaos. Let's see. I'll give you a few minutes if you want to come up, Chaos. Okay, so back to what I was looking up for. Philip James International Passport Bro and Marion Ghana both on YouTube. Philip James International Passport Bro. Oh my goodness. What you trying to do? Well, my theory is okay. Oh, hey, Chaos. Okay, so they saying that they treated in kings and these passport bros are treated as kings in these other countries. And I say, yeah, as long as the money there keeps flowing, and that a lot of these countries they're in desperate situations. So a lot of the women they're meeting that are in desperate situations, these women have um, had to take care of their family, or their family put them into this prostitution route to take care of the rest of the family. They sacrifice one of the children into that life. So I'm saying, well, let's see how desperate these countries are. You can tell by how much a dollar is worth in these countries. You know, and some of these countries, it's really bad. I said, well, no wonder they want to go into these countries. Shoes of a dollar is like $1,000 to us.
Mm.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chaos. Hello.
Hello. Are you going through the currency converter? Talking about the money that
Yeah,
matches.
I'm going through the currency converter.
I've done that too many times that I can name off the bat off my channel of how much the dollar stretch outside the United States.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't be doing that.
I mean, you could do it, but if you're gonna do it, it's better if people could see it, because saying it is one thing, but when people could visually see it.
Okay. That's what you meant. Share the screen. Well, I was doing it on my phone, but
Oh, are you
yeah,
streaming on your phone?
I could probably share it. Let me pull it up on my screen. And then I'm gonna share the screen. Yeah, especially since I'm butchering up the name.
Hmm. Hmm.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's see. All right. You got to excuse. I tend to prefer the black background.
I don't think that's the right currency converter. The one I use, I just pick the actual country outside and it's side by side. Let me see if I can find the link. Cause
Okay.
looking for that, that's yeah. And now, don't get me wrong. Other sites might talk about, but it's better when you have like a certain site that deals with the dollar currency. Let me see if I can find it. Is it still on my desktop? Look, I delete a lot of things. Let me delete this. All right. So
Let's see.
let me see.
Let me see if it'll give me a varies currency converter.
All right, this one looked like the one. We use range cookies to give. I don't know if I want to accept the cookies. Fuck it. I'll accept the cookies. All right. Let's begin. Let me go to US. USD.
Oh, what you want to share my screen?
You might as well share mine because I have it here. Oh, yeah. Oh, wonderful. That's me. Okay.
Nope, that's me. Hold
Okay.
on.
Well. Okay. Well, do me because I'll move quicker.
Okay, well, first do you see the
Oh wait,
share screen?
hold on. I forgot.
Mhm.
Give me a
I
second.
just gotta add you in once you
Let me find it. You're right. Let me find it. Is this me? Yeah, this is me. There we go.
Okay, let's see. All right, here we go.
All right, good.
Ooh,
And put us underneath instead of side by
oh,
side.
you want it that way?
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, this should be able to see it. That's perfect. All
Okay.
right. Let me where's the currency code? Okay. US United States. So what country? Pick a country.
Oh, okay. So far, let's see. Wait. Let me pull up. Let me see what he's saying. Okay, the first one he said was Tanzania, Tanzania.
Let me see if I can pull this up. But it should be in alphabetical order, so make sure it looks awkward, but it should be Turkish 10. Tanzania shilling. Okay, Tanzania shilling. $1, roughly two something.
$2,331.41.
All right. So now let's say if I bring my $10, that's 23 grand.
Yeah.
Now a lot of people think that they said, "What do you mean? That's 23." They don't understand the power of the United States bill that goes for 200 countries, over 200 countries. Your dollar is double that, triple that in their country. Let's say I have $20, 46K. So what's the average? Dan Frankie, in regardless to how much money people spend in pocket money when they travel, what's the average? Can you give me a number?
Let's see. Oh gosh, 'cause I ain't been traveling in a while. So let's say about 200.
No, let's go with 15,000, 1,500.
Okay, yeah, that's the maximum.
Yeah.
In another country.
Yep. What do you see?
So 15,000 is almost like 3 million for us.
Plane money in Tanzania.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And roughly, people might bring more, but let's say that's just the average, or 1,000.
No, I think they. Wait a minute. We're talking about cash, or
Yeah, well, I mean, any form of currency, because if you carry through card or cash.
Okay, I think you're only allowed to bring about 500 cash into the country, cash on you.
And this is in general, right? Like cash, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in card, I can carry more, right?
Yeah, you have potential.
Okay, all right. So let's go back. Let's say $5. I'm only allowed to carry in cash. Okay. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try another country.
Okay, the next country they mention is Gambia, Gambia.
And before I continue, are we only going to focus on only African nations?
No, that was just two mentioned.
All right, Gambia. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Gambia Dallas. $1, $60.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. Let's say $10. $606.
Mm-hmm.
$20. 1,000. And let's go with 100. 6,000. And let's say the limit, how we can travel abroad.
500.
30 grand.
Yeah. So yeah, they treat y'all like kings, all right, because y'all when y'all come in with that amount of cash, y'all pretty much looking like kings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but emphasis that cash.
Yeah.
Okay. They mentioned South and Central America.
All right, Central America. That's where it is. Brazil, Venezuela. So you got to pick out of the Central America. If you can pull up your own map on your end, you could pick a country.
Okay, let's go with Brazil, since there was all that talk about Brazil.
Oh yeah.
You black women are jealous of passport bros because we were your retirement plan after you done riding the CC. Okay.
What's that? Somebody in the chat room? Is that in the chat room? Somebody wrote.
Yeah. That's Black Republican.
Okay. Okay, so let's look at this. All right, so let me go back. I was looking at the comment section. $1. Look like roughly $5, right? Looks like it. Okay. $10. $51. $20. $100.
Yeah.
Let's say 50. $257. Now, wasn't Austin Holloman in Brazil?
Yes, he was.
And he has a YouTube channel, which makes him money, and he also gets lovely GoFundMe and stuff, where it's more money. So actually, you living pretty good with less. And what's the limit? Wait, let's go 100. 515. So let's say you have to walk away $500 in cash. $2,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And mind you, the rent up there is like they said roughly it's under $500, maybe.
Whoa, under $5?
Yes, outside America, rent if you renting is cheap. So let's say $5. How many dollars I need to pay for 1 month's rent? Let's say 20.
So
No. So you need like roughly 40. No, 50. Let's say 100. So that's your rent.
yeah. That's still good.
Or I heard rumors around 500, maybe sometimes 300, but it's rough. Let's say 500 is the max, right? You carry $100 with you. You could live roughly 6 months in Brazil.
Yeah.
Easy. Very easy. So how much to cover a whole year of rent? 500, that's like 1,500, right? So let's say I carry $500. I think that might is that no, that's not.
So that's like 2,000.
No, I think a whole year's rent is roughly you got a calculator? How much is 500 times 12? That's I think it's like 1,300. Let me check.
You said 500 times 12?
Yeah, for 12 months. Let me do
Okay.
it. Let me do it now. Let me go find my calc. You could do it while I'm trying to do it. Let's see. Let's say rent is 500
About 6,000.
times 12. 6,000. So you can't carry that cash, but let's say there's other means of income. You don't have to carry cash for a whole year's rent. To get 6,000, you're looking at, if I'm right, nope, 12. I think it's 12. Say 20. There you go. That's the whole year's rent. 1,200. Now, mind you, isn't America the average rent right now is over 1,000?
Yeah.
15,000.
Even in our areas, this is something like
certain states is
$600.
like 2,000. But let's say what's the average? I don't know if you could look it up, Google it quickly. Dan Frankie, what's the average rent price in America?
Oh. All right. Average rent in America. Okay, average rent in America 2002 is $1,295.
All right, one guy says 2,000, so you're right on Mars, roughly over $2,000. But in Brazil, you cover all your whole year's rent for $1,000, $2,000 one time for the whole year. And rent in America, roughly, this is just the average, $2,000. And we all know $2,000 times 12. What's that? We're looking at 24,000 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right. Okay, I'm not gonna calculate that. All right, so and everybody said the average income for low people is, and not including saving, you're working. You're looking at working poor is under $30,000. So you
working poor.
Yeah, you barely get, especially if rent.
Okay, yeah. So it's about, well, maybe I'm thinking more of my area. It's like about 3,500.
Yeah.
I mean 35,000. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Under 35,000, and I say under 30 because usually people that make 35, you're still working poor. Either when they say that average medium for a black man or whatever woman in America is just barely above 35,000. Barely. So you barely you're underwater badly. All right, next country.
Okay, let me see. Okay, so you got kicked out of Brazil. Oh, wait. Let's DR. Let's do the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
That's another favorite.
$56 and $1.
Even better. Except that
Then,
they're very, very racist over there. So
yeah, $10, $560.
if I wasn't afraid that they would kill me and sell my organs, I might consider living there. But then
1,000.
it's an island. I don't like the idea of living on an island.
Yeah, you got to be careful with the island. Not saying it's not a bad investment, but it's got to be
No,
cautious.
I'm worried about the weather. I live in hurricane territory. I know those a lot of them islands are right in the path of some of the hurricanes that hit us. And I'm like,
Yeah.
where are you gonna go? You know?
All right. $50, $2,000, $800. Now I'm not sure how much the rent is in Dominican Republic, but let's say, like most of these countries, let's say it's roughly under $1,000. Just to fulfill, let's say, in total, like how much was it? Like if it's under 1,000, you're looking at 3,000 to 4,000. You pay off your full-time rent if you bring in, let's say, $70.
Okay.
$70 will fulfill a whole year's rent in the DR.
Yeah.
And I could say it could be 6,000, but anything higher than 70, you do the math. On $100, it fulfills your whole year's rent. Just to live down there for a year. So imagine you get like $100 in Cash App alone. That fulfills your whole rent. Yeah. Next country.
Okay. So after he got kicked out of Brazil, after he got kicked out of Brazil, he went to let me see. He went to Thailand. So I'm curious about that.
Okay.
We might as well follow Austin's travel itinerary, involuntarily one. Yeah. And then after that,
I think this is the one. Thai baht. $1. It's gonna be. You're gonna see this. Okay. Well, I thought it was gonna be more, but okay. $33 and $1. $10. 333. $20. 667. 30. $1,000. 50. $1,666. $100. $3,000. And carry $500 in spending money. 16,000. And trust me, the food is very affordable in Thai. Just let you know. Some you get noodles under $3. You get a lot. You get a good set of good meals food for under $10. Dinner plate.
Yeah. Just be careful. Make sure you see where your meat is coming from.
I mean, most dudes nowadays, they don't really concern themselves with that, because as long as they're eating something that looks prepared well, they don't care where the meat comes from. Hell, if you go to certain Asian countries, Eastern Asia or wherever countries, they like to butcher the animals, the cats, the dogs, the mice, the rats, and then cut them very well. It tastes like chicken because it's the sauce.
Yeah, but I've also seen where they have the whole animal in there. Have you seen the bat soup?
I don't know about that, man, but it sounds disgusting.
Yeah, but hey,
recognized in Brazil and target for violence. Austin's fine. The average rent for Brazil is $500. Oh, look at average rent is $5. So right there, it speaks the question. If rent is $595, like I said,
utilities included. And this is Rio de Janeiro.
Roughly only 12,000 is enough to cover the whole year's rent. And that's, what was that, like $100? I said. Let me check. Let me go find out. Let me do it again.
Yeah.
Let me see how much. So $595. So let's say I have $120.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, I forgot. 1,025. Yeah, there's my full year's rent.
Yeah.
Because 595, that's roughly under almost 600. So if I calculate that, clear this, 595 times 12. Oh no, I'm wrong. It's 7,140. So he'll need like an additional, let's say, fuck it, $300. I should cover it.
Yeah. Well, Rio de Janeiro is fairly modern, so he could probably pay for his rent online before he moves out there or go out there.
Okay, so he'll need roughly
Or he can always go there with a cashier's check for that amount.
hold on, I'm trying to find the actual exact money. So he'll need roughly 1,037.
Let's see. Pull my calculator up.
No.
595.
So he needs like 39. 39. Yep, there we go. 39. Roughly 139, 138-ish. If let's track this with the 8.
No. Now that's what he needs for his rent and utilities.
140. Oh yeah, so yeah, he needs 1,009. Now if it comes with utilities, so roughly this amount he needs for a full year's rent. And I don't think he did, but he didn't spend a full year's rent in Brazil. He only paid like monthly in a certain lease. So, but to pay for a full year's rent in Brazil, you need $1,390. All right, next country. And if anybody in the chat room know any countries, please put it in. Let's go to what's another nice exotic place that people like to travel on.
Place?
Yeah. Colombia. I forgot Colombia.
Yeah, dangerous Colombia.
Yeah. Look at this. Hmm.
Whoa. $1.
$4,662. That's $1.
I can go there with $1.
$10. 46,000. Yeah, and mostly they talk about Cabana, Colombia. And I think what's his name? Eden Cole is in Colombia now. So he knows greatly the amount United States dollar goes when he saved up a lot of money in America. 20, 93,000, 50, 233 grand, 100, 466,000, $500. Let's say is like carry $2 million.
Ooh. And I wonder why blackmail and hostage and kidnapping is high in Colombia.
You know why? Because if they convert their money into their pesos, they'll get robbed. Especially in certain parts, instead of staying in resorts. And I'm not saying people should really go in front of the people, but let's be honest. People are starving.
Yeah.
They know you're American and you have more than the average Colombian man. You could have sex with their woman and it will be no problem. Easy.
Which explains why some of them
She see money. Oh, you got money. Oh yes. Hell, she might even go as far as trying to get a baby out of you. You're not careful.
Child support.
They got no child support in Colombia, but if she come to America, she forfeit all that big money. Cause in America you might not be something, but in outside America you're something because your dollar goes far.
Yeah.
It does go
So
far.
yeah, they're gonna treat you like kings, all right. But as long
Mhm.
as the money flow.
As long as that
Look
money.
what happens when you don't have the money. Isn't
Oh,
that
then that's
something?
different. That's different conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the money, then yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
Yeah.
Diary of a Tired Black Man and Kevin Samuels warned, brothers getting passports and leaving. Yeah, you're right, Black Republican. You see one thing with Kevin before the latter years when he talk about men should, date out and all that stuff. I mean, that's nothing new. I mean, men been doing that. I'm not sure why that's something new. I mean, maybe the generations now that we see, they probably gonna do it more now. But really, truly, when people talk about people exploring dating out, since the miscegenation laws were removed, a good portion of Black people, you see them really start to really branch out. I mean, you didn't see them branch out very quickly, but in
Mm-hmm.
gradual time, it
Yeah.
started. Matter of fact, Love versus Virginia came around when Max was just born in this world. Imagine that.
Oh. Okay.
Came that rule was overturned during Max's birth in 67.
Oh. I
So
thought it was overturned longer than that.
no, man, as we only had the miscegenation laws removed for over 56 years, or actually, yeah, 50, 55, going on 56 years in November. So it's pretty old.
Yeah.
Any other country? Wait, hold on.
Actually, it's
Got to
not
make
that
sure
old at
they
all.
and keep the plenty of penelcine and okay, yeah, you're right. Keep there plenty of penicillin. Oh, penicillin. Okay, yeah. All right, let me start sharing this. I'll figure out anything
Okay.
else. All right.
Okay. Thanks, Chaos.
All right. All right, that's good. I'm gone. Take it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, someone said Kenya. Next time. Maybe if she's doing a stream like this again, I might pull up again. Cool.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm finna wrap it up, but here, let me, since you kind of got me stirred up about that, I'm gonna read it to you what it says about Kenya. Okay, so let's see what a dollar. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's not that bad, but it's bad. Okay, $101 is is worth 125 .67 of their shillings as of February 5th, because that could get turned around. hmm Okay, I'm gonna share the screen real quick so you can see, and then I am going to call it a night. Let's see. So in Kenya, $1 equals 125.675 of their shillings. The Philippines. I thought I already did the Philippines. Okay, let me do a quick look in the Philippines. We already know about the Philippines, but hey, y'all just gotta see it in writing. Let's see, Philippine, Nopp. Oh, okay, here we go. All right, $1 equals 54.2399 of the Philippine pesos. All right. So hey, you passport bros, y'all better make sure y'all don't run out of money. Y'all better have some money, cause that king treat you like king thing is only gonna last while the money's flowing. They fair weather ladies. I'm your fair weather lady. Yeah. So it was hanging out. Didn't really get a chance to mess with the passport bros as much as I would like to, cause but yeah. The passport bros are being discovered. The truth is coming out. How the women feel about them coming in the country. They either don't want them in their country, or they say, yeah, come on, you're my bag, you're my trick, you're my sucker, you're my lick. Yeah, that's how I make my money. I make my money off you passport bros. Yes, please come. Or please come to our country and get the women that's not acceptable by our men. You're welcome to have those. Yeah, like the Filipino chick that was trying to push off the undesirable Filipino women by their Filipino men, Same thing y'all were complaining about, And that these Filipino women would be oh so grateful to have you as their husbands. They would treat you like kings. They would treat you like the men you are. Yeah, they would cook and clean and slave and be, and give you sex on tap. You don't have to take care of the children, just got to bring in the money. Yeah, and of course, you're not going to mind her bringing her family, her mom, her dad, her sister, brothers. Yeah. Because, hey, she's traditional. Yeah, but you said they were raised to marry and take care of their men, but do they actually see you as their men? Even if they married to you, do they actually see you as their men? Are they gonna cater to you as much as they do the men in their country? Mm. Well, who knows? Well, as time go on, and more of this stuff is gonna come out. So peace, power, unity. Y'all have a good night. Do your research. Stop being lazy. Find out as much as you can about the country, the good, bad, and the ugly. Yeah. Find out where, if you don't want prostitutes, find out where the prostitutes do not hang out at, and do not treat don't treat the women like prostitute. You don't get yourself killed that way. Okay, anyway, peace, power, and unity. Have a good night. Catch you next week, if not sooner. Cause hey, Max is itching to do gent culture, and then there's and he's definitely itching to do a gangster talk. All right, y'all. Let's see. Any other last minute words? In Jamaica, they even doing for boys under 18 and paying $100. Wait a minute. Let me back up a little bit. In Jamaica, they even yes, we did. We heard about the pedos. Bros overseas in South and Central America gotta make sure they wrap up and keep plenty of penicillin. Yeah, you think they would? Yeah, because a lot of these countries that they're going to have a high STDs and AIDS going on in there. All right. Oh, black women is going to Jamaica, doing boys under 18 and paying $100. Ooh, you sure it's black women? I heard this is about the white women, but hey. Well, they pedos too. They messing with under 18-year-old boys. They pedos too, and those black women need to be under the jail. Okay, all right. Peace, power, and unity, everyone. As I'm trying to say again, good night. Let's leave out with some music.